Hello, my friends, and welcome to our Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. I'm stuttering on my words because seeing this screen just brings back so many memories. This is probably the most underrated Final Fantasy game that's ever been made, and a lot of people look down on Mystic Quest, and they shouldn't, because this game is absolutely fantastic. It's a game that got me into loving role-playing games. And it's a game that I want to share with you because, as I said, it's just memorable in so many ways. And with us today, we have a special guest, and that is Zappa. Zappa, say hello to everyone if you can.
It's your boy Zappa, King of the Giant Robots, and I'm here to bring you some Final Fantasy Mystic hype.
Hey, and Moose Gaming is here. Hey, Moose Gaming, how you doing today? Let me know if you can hear Zappa and me. This is the first time I've tried to do something like this, so, you know, we're sort of working on this. Zappa, you are my Benjamin. Would you like to go by Zappa or Zappa?
Zappa.
Zappa it is.
It is the name I also answer to in person almost every day. Well, you got a bad letter in there, my friend.
Yeah, my up key is not working.
Oh no.
All right, well, let me go into my game and reconfigure. I'm gonna go ahead and
set the clock on that one.
I was gonna go ahead and pause. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Hey, Connor, how y'all doing?
Hello, chat. Welcome.
For some reason, when I configured the controller for this game, I messed up somehow, and I have no idea how I did that.
Oh, yeah.
It is working. According to this.
Is up working on the controller itself?
Should. Let us try that. Okay, that's not working. Hold on. Alright, technical difficulties with my input, which I didn't have earlier, which is strange. Up, down, left. Right.
BA select start.
Yeah, my on my config for the emulator, I press up and it says I pressed up, but when I press up in game, nothing happens.
That's weird.
So how you all doing today? Sorry about the little technical difficulties to start out. Hey, Lunas, how you all doing? So what's up with you all today? Like I said, this is the one game that really got me into playing RPGs, especially Final Fantasy games, and it's memorable to me in so many different ways, and I'm just so glad to share this with you all. So weird.
Yeah, growing up for me, 6 or 3 in the US, Mystic Quest and Final Fantasy 1 all hit my grasp at the same time. Now, 1 was the one that I got to play the most, but there was a time when my uncle had left 6 and Mystic Quest with me, and I went to stay the night at someone's house. Like, yeah, you can take one of them with you. And I took Mystic Quest with me that night. And I got to play it for a while, except for the undeniable part where my friend's TV earlier that day had gotten wet, so it had no sound. We had to play mini games without sound that night. And when I got back, someone had broken into my uncle's car and stolen his Final Fantasy III.
Ooh.
So I spared him one game, at the very least.
Okay, so in my configure, I got up working, but now right is not working. Now right is down.
What is this?
And it's weird because in my configure, here, I'll go ahead and show this off because I think I can. I don't want to show that here. So when I go to the configure, hey, Mr. Penguin, what's up? You can see that all the keys are set to different inputs. And I'll go to right, I can. Right
Uh-huh.
here. If I go to right, I hit right. See, it's J00.
Uh-huh. But it doesn't register.
But for some reason, sort of
Hmm.
technical difficulties, my friends. I'm really sorry about this.
How attached are you to using that emulator in particular?
I am not. I need to change, but I would have to download a new one, which kind of stinks because I want to start playing.
I know, right? Because RetroArch is pretty universal when it comes to emulators.
Yeah, I don't have that downloaded on this PC though.
Indeed, indeed.
Hey everyone, just give me 1 second if you can. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty starting this up today, but we will get going in just a short amount of time. Hope you all having a wonderful, fantastic day and enjoying a nice Saturday here. And while I'm downloading this, maybe Zappa can regale you with some really things that he loves about Mystic Quest.
Well, I was thinking perhaps I can read some passages from the rather ancient and what looks to be slightly coffee-stained strategy guide for Mystic Quests, which
Yeah, the strategy guide?
I have 4 strategy guides. 3 of them are Japanese, and one of them is the original official, you have to mail off to get it strategy guide for Mystic Quest, which the one that I got off of eBay here, I think, still has the mailing sticker for one J. Johnson in somewhere in New Jersey. Like the sticker, I'm not going to peel it off the back. That would probably like mess up the paper. But yeah, I wish I could like directly feed and send like the artwork to put on screen. Because old Benjamin would be looking a little disproportional. Like the art that they use for the Japanese guides is a little more like SD. It's in line with the sprites that you see in Final Fantasy 3 and 2's battle sprites. But
I love the sprites in this game.
The sprites in this game are great.
Like one of the best things about the sprites in this game is that the game will actually make an enemy look weaker as you fight them, which I think is the coolest thing ever.
No other Final Fantasy does that until you get to like later games, like maybe 7, 8, 9, where your boss is like take a knee and like, oh, now they're certainly damaged. So I will read the first page that goes beyond the advertisements for Final Fantasy Legend and Adventure, which are not even Final Fantasy games at all. Save the crystals and lead the world to peace. Mystic Quest is a role-playing game which asks you to do 2 things. Protect the vital crystals of the earth and destroy the enemy which threatens these crystals. There are a total of 4 crystals of the earth: crystal of water, crystal of fire, the crystal of earth, not of the earth, and the crystal of wind. The Dark King's henchmen have stolen the crystals, and the king is using the power of the crystals to do vile deeds. And guess what? You are the only one who can save the world.
Dum 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 dum.
Are all directions working?
Maybe, but I do want to try one thing before I start.
Uh-huh.
It looks like everything is working, but there is one thing I want to test, and that is I want to test my input config to see if I can get working for my what do you call the analog? Is that what it's called?
The analog stick? You got a D-pad and you got an analog stick?
Yeah, I always like using the analog stick. It's just more friendly.
Well, I can see that. Like, as long as you don't mind the accidental, you wanted to go up, but you went right instead.
It just moves a lot better. Okay, we now have a working thing. Unfortunately, for some reason, SNES did not want to work for me, but SNES 9X does, so...
Oh, okay, so we just totally switched emulators anyway.
Yeah, I went in, quickly downloaded a new emulator, switched it, and now we can start.
Heck yeah, let's go.
Hey, Fractured, what's up, my friend?
My village
And
is
how you
gone!
doing?
What on earth is going on?
The place is going to sink any second. Let's climb up quick. Another thing that's epic about this game is the shrug. Press
Yeah,
the B button and jump across.
Benjamin's got this neat little shrug like, eh.
Yeah, it's classic. And that's part of the reason why we're not playing the remaster.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, what remaster? There's no pixel remaster. There's not a pixel remaster.
Look over there, that's the focus tower. What's the heart of the world? In all prophecy says, the vile four will steal the power and divide the world behind four doors. And at that time, the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. Four monsters have locked the doors of the focus tower and escaped with the keys. They're draining the life from the four crystals of the earth, and the world is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. Zappa, only you can save the crystals in the world. And also only you can prevent forest fires. Let's not forget.
Me?
Oh yes, you Zappa. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy. Oh, look out! It's a monster!
Fight it out.
So what's interesting is there is a randomizer for this game, which is really, really cool. And in the randomizer, you can actually lose this first fight.
Because it could be the final boss.
Yes, this is being played, well, it's being played using SNES emulation, but this is a SNES game. And as you can see, the enemy slowly changes its sprite as it's being attacked, which is really, really cool. Well, it seems I was right. At last, I found a true knight.
But you said you were sure I was the one.
Well, actually, it was more of a guess.
Forget it. Show me where I can find the crystals.
Well, it's up to you to find them. Now the place is becoming dangerous. Follow me to the level forest. And I'm off.
I guess. Gotta get out of here. Who's that guy anyway?
Yeah, it took a little work to start up Fracture, but we got it working finally. And there goes whatever that world is. Level forest.
There you are. What do you think I should do first?
Well, you should save the crystal of Earth. I'll see you. It is off. And he's gone. Okay, so this game also kind of works like an adventure game of sorts, because you can use your weapon in combat and you can jump. And these trees here, I can't do anything with, but once I get an axe, I can actually come back and chop down all these trees, which is a really cool idea. And again, I don't think an idea that's been done anywhere else. Well, that boulder has blocked my way back to town. Would you shove it aside? And there's the jump command, which is really awesome. Well, thank you. If you want to go through this forest, find Kaylee and Forrester and show her this. See the tree weather. Basically, you need to tell Kaylee the forest is dying and you need to come save us. I haven't played this game in a long time. When was the last time you played this game, Zappa?
It's been like, more than 20 years?
The monster can drain energy from a person. I'm really just a child. Okay, well, it's not looking too good for a child there. Strange trees are going up in level forest. Crystal of Earth is to the north in the Bone Dungeon.
Bone Dungeon is ready.
Oh, the Bone Dungeon. And jumping is fantastic. You just gotta jump everywhere. I mean,
And
that's
it's a
just
few frames faster.
I know, exactly. Can you save all 4 crystals?
I don't know. Can you collect all 108 Pokemon?
Get tired of rest of my bed. Yes, we are definitely tired. Here's the flex. Gotta love the old school flex.
Oh man, that's like the second best flex on the NES.
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, second best. What's the flex? What's the best?
The Atlas armlet in Secret of Evermore.
You see, I haven't played Secret of Evermore. There's all back there. Take the chest in the back, and of course we can take this from this direction.
Well, sounds like a game to put on the list, my man.
Well, I remember playing Secret of Evermore like once, and I hated it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I played Secret of Mana. I loved it. I played Secret of Evermore, and it was weird because you had to use magic. And I have a thing about that, and we'll talk about when we get to Final Fantasy VIII. Found Cure.
Oh, you using resources?
Yeah, so these chests here, the ones that look like treasure chests, actually have good stuff in them. The things that don't look like treasure chests have reusable items in them. So if you ever see a treasure chest that looks like this, you definitely want to get it.
It's like a key item or equipment.
Yes. It actually tells you that too in this game. By the way, if you would like to help out our dear friend Zappa, I have links to his Twitch and YouTube in the description box below. So make sure you click on those links and you go to YouTube and Twitch and give him a follow. He's really awesome. He does a bunch of retro stuff. I turned into an old man. He does he played Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm with only Benjamin. And Benjamin is this main character, if you're wondering. So, he...
Well, Benjamin and one friend, because you only get one party member.
Yeah, that's true. So these right here are the reusable boxes.
I forgot, I also have the, a complete copy of Mystic Quest, so I have the book. I have the manual in my hand.
I had the original SNES game, but I don't have the manual. That's been lost through time. My husband, Mac, forgot his captain cap. I hope nothing happens. You know, I totally forgot that Mac is her father. Huh. I'm Kaylee. There's a tree blocking the north exit of the level forest. I could chop down the tree, but monsters have taken over the forest. I can't get to it.
I can help you with that. Come on, let's go.
Don't you dare take Kaylee anywhere dangerous. Listen, Mom. Hey, that tree wither looks awful. How much trees must be suffering? Okay, you win. I didn't even argue with her or anything. She's just like, okay, you win. Don't worry, Mom.
Yeah, like, I thought she was all for going. I think Mom needed to be won over, not Kaylee.
And I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen to Kaylee.
Oh, never. Why would that happen?
Now, this game is really funky.
What's this?
Oh, I need to do something really important. Customize.
Yo, this, like, okay, the complete in-box copy is not mine. It's my roommate's. I just found a map in the box. A fold-out map. I love it. Somebody ages ago wrote exit over one of the locations too, and charm over another location. Why are you scribbling on this map? Because that's what children are wont to do.
Here, this is really interesting, and this is like one of the main complaints about Mystic Quest, in my opinion. They give you a companion that is much more powerful than you. So you always are kind of like second fiddle to who your companion is. And they do that just so you never lose. However, you can lose in this game, and you can lose very easily in this game because there's a bunch of enemies that like will one-shot you. You know, through Petrify and other things. So this game is sometimes called Easy Mystic Quest, but it's really not.
Isn't the other half of that, though, is that your companion doesn't level up?
Yes, your companion does not level up. And, it's just one of those weird things. Let me cut this with my axe. We got to its north exit. And here, Kaylee is a bit of a troll, because instead of chopping down this tree, which will let you bypass this enemy, she cuts down that tree, which makes you fight this enemy. Thanks, Kaylee.
There's so many other trees you could have cut down to go around people. Destroy these brownies.
And you can also go auto with your characters. I like to play manual all the time because of obvious reasons. It's just better. I don't like the AI isn't bad. I just like to play both my characters.
Didn't you get those potions earlier?
Yeah, the consumable boxes always respawn when you leave an area. So if you're ever finding that you need more bombs and you're finding a consumable box that has bombs, go back and just rezone the area to get more bombs.
Walk off screen to reload.
Exactly. And you can see here we are doing tremendously less damage compared to everyone else. And you can miss. That's the thing. What's funny is in the randomizer, you can you get these characters multiple times during the playthrough, and they level up as you go. And what's interesting is in the multiplayer in the randomizer, you could get Kaylee 2, as it's called, the second form of Kaylee, before you get Kaylee 1. The problem with that though is you can't get Kaylee 2 until you get Kaylee 1. So the randomizer, you can be like, oh, I can unlock this character who can help me with the rando, but I gotta get her original version first, and it can be really funny. These cure potions suck.
There's a treasure in the bottom right. Or bottom left of this area. I don't know if you went back and got it.
But we are more powerful now. I can probably put it on auto here, because now that we're strong enough to fight an enemy. What did you say? Bottom.
Over there. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the other thing that's weird about this game. So Kaylee can chop down trees, but she won't chop down a tree that we tell her to chop down. I can't tell her to chop down this tree. I can't tell her to chop down this tree. But once we get an axe, we can chop down trees. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to auto here because we can one-shot things now.
Can we go to... No, there aren't any battlefields available yet, are there?
No. Oh, by the way, Connor in chat is just talking about the music. I mean, I'm pretty sure you want to talk about your love of this music.
Oh, this music. For a game that was... I watched a couple of documentary videos recently, and in Japan, this game sold almost as well as Final Fantasy IV did week of release. But over here in the US, this game sold better than Final Fantasy II did week of release.
And Final Fantasy II is Final Fantasy IV, right?
Yes. But you know, in the 90s, R2 is therefore. But it was a decision because this was deliberately targeted at a more Western audience. They wanted a more Western feeling soundtrack, and what is more distinctly Western than rock music?
Hey, Dark Lord Selvig. So DLX and we had a conversation about this game and about the misconceptions. And one of the misconceptions is that this is a mana game or a legend game. This is not a mana game or a legend game. This is an actual Final Fantasy game. And it's weird though, because the names of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest based on where you are in the world are a little bit different, which can be misleading.
Yeah, the PAL region name is Mystic Quest Legend. Which
yeah,
go ahead.
I was about to say, because it's named Legend, people think it's a legend game, which is a saga game. And then some people think it's a mana game because of Final Fantasy Adventures. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. Let's cut down this evil tree, shall we? This is the evil tree I was talking about. Surprise!
What?
He poisoned me, just as he did the trees. Yeah, and, you know, we said nothing bad was gonna happen to her, right? So this guy, we just got to chop down. I mean, we can't really do anything at this moment. Oh, I forgot we have a cure spell.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we have any magic? Can we throw some fire at him?
Oh, she can cure too.
Well,
this is partly why you want her on manual, because she's much more powerful than you are. So, you know, you switch her to manual and you make your character a healer. And for some reason, we cure a lot more than she does.
Our magic set might be higher?
I don't think she has a cure spell, so she must have been using cure potions. Yeah, I think she used a cure potion.
Probably.
Again, AI not too clever. Now, this game is really cool with the life spell, because the life spell is actually a max cure spell too. So if you use the life spell to try to bring a character back from the dead.
Which I think that's a good not oversight, but I guess foresight.
So what I was trying to say was, if I try to cure a character and they die, well, cure doesn't do anything. But if I cast life on the character and they die, the life spell still works.
But if you cast the life spell and they don't die, at least you didn't waste it.
Yeah. Kaylee, what happened? I'll be okay as soon as I take elixir. That's in the same temple.
Don't worry, I'll get it.
Then take this axe with you.
And my axe. I'll be back.
Now we got the axe.
Yeah, but now we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, we don't want to really use it yet, though. Because we want to go here first.
Oh, you want to go there first?
Love the music. Oh, the music's classic. You looking for some cure, kid?
First of all, my name's Zappa, and I'm looking for elixir.
Well, I'll sell you some for, let's say, the cheap price of 9,000 gold pieces. Well, what do you think?
Bruh, that's way too much.
Ah, listen, kid, stuff is precious, right?
Well, that's like 2 gold a month.
Well, then let's do it this way. I'm going to the Bone Dungeon to find treasure. You come with me and help. If I get the treasure, you get the elixir.
Do I have any choice? Where do we go?
There's a battlefield nearby. Why don't you whack a few monsters there and maybe win something, kid?
The name's Zappa.
And now we got this super overpowered Tristram in our party.
A treasure hunting ninja.
Yeah, his ninja stars do wondrous job. Okay, so these things are called battlefields. And there's 10 fights in each battlefield. And you always want to fight battlefields because they will always give you something. Sometimes they'll give you things better than others, but they'll always give you something. Another thing to note is this game does have a system with its weapons. So as you can see, I can switch between my sword and my axe. The axe is a stronger weapon, but it may not always be the most useful weapon. However, here, the axe is definitely useful because the axe does critical damage against tree enemies. So this game does have a really cool elemental type weakness to it. Again, things I don't understand why we don't have in other Final Fantasy games.
I mean, they have elemental weaknesses, but they don't really play too much into the, like, weapon type weaknesses. Maybe Final Fantasy Tactics might, but I think that's the closest they designate anything between, like, blunt, piercing, and, slashing.
Yeah, it's partly also because maybe the, in the other Final Fantasy games, you don't really have control of what weapons you're using, because you know Cecil's always going to use swords, Edge always has ninja swords. You know, it's you can't customize your character, I guess.
Yeah, like most characters are set to what kind of weapon they're going to use.
Well, DLX, you may be right there. But the thing is, how do I say?
Not wrong.
This does kind of look like Final Fantasy 4.
Right. No, he said Legends. Legend. Legend.
Okay, these guys are noisy because they can poison.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I think it may have been made by like the Saga team. That could track into development history. Which, you know, these Saga games that were on the Game Boy were renamed as Final Fantasy Legends in the US for marketing purposes.
You know, let's go ahead and have a conversation with that while we're grinding Battlefields. Let's have a conversation about how confusing Final Fantasy named games are. Because here's my thing, okay? And I was talking about this the other day. When I first played Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, I thought Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was Final Fantasy 1. Now, I know I played Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo, but this was the first Super Nintendo Final Fantasy. So I thought Final Fantasy Mystic Quest was Final Fantasy 1, and the reason I thought that was because in the States, Final Fantasy 2 was actually Final Fantasy 4, and Final Fantasy 3 is actually Final Fantasy 6. So for me, I see Final Fantasy 1, Mystic Quest. I saw Final Fantasy 2, I saw Final Fantasy 3.
And they're all on the same console, right?
Yeah, and then the PlayStation happens, and we suddenly get Final Fantasy 7, which made everyone in the United States go, what?
What happened?
So yeah, in the United States, if you play Final Fantasy 2, there's a good chance you're actually playing Final Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 3 is actually Final Fantasy 6. And indeed, you know, we just finished playing Final Fantasy 2 and 3 on the channel. Those are completely different games than, you know, what we have today. And that's not talking about the Game Boy games. You want to talk about the Game Boy games, Zappa?
Well, like I was saying, the Game Boy games, so Final Fantasy Legend 1, 2, and 3, are actually the Saga games, which, you know, Squaresoft made those. And then you get the Final Fantasy Adventure, which is the first Mana game, Seiken Densetsu.
Seiken Densetsu.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I need to throw that last vowel in there or not. Because, you know, depending on what you're saying, you don't always pronounce that last vowel.
Yeah, so you had the Legend series, which are, I believe, 3 games?
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Legend series, which are actually Saga games.
Well, you can buy those on Steam. I think they have the 3-pack available.
Yes, you're right, because they did just make a remaster, but I still think they call them Final Fantasy Legend, right?
Let me find out. I have those in my collection. Because
I remember playing Legend 1 and being totally confused by how that game works.
I played Legend 3 into Oblivion, because at the time it's like, do I want Legend 3 or do I want Adventure? And my child brain thought that getting Final Fantasy Legend 3 would be like playing Final Fantasy 3. It was not.
It's not, yeah. Hey, have a great day, Fractured. So, Final Fantasy Adventures was another game that also came out. And Final Fantasy Adventures is not a Final Fantasy game. It's not a Seiken Densetsu game, or a Seiken Densetsu, or however you pronounce it. It's a Secret of Mana game. Which is actually, if I'm not mistaken, you can correct me, I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy Adventure is Secret of Mana 1.
Right.
And Secret of Mana in the United States is actually Secret of Mana 2.
Also correct.
And Secret of Mana 3 is called Trials of Mana.
You got it.
Which it's just more confusing because in Japan you have Secret of Mana 1, 2, and 3, but here you have Final Fantasy Adventures, which is 1, Secret of Mana, which is 2, and then Trials of Mana, which is Secret of Mana 2, 3. And the whole reason Square-Enix did this, or Square, I should say, right? The whole reason Square did this is because of one reason. We all know what that reason is. Care to say what that reason is, Zappa?
I was trying to find the game under my collection. It is the Legend 1, 2, and 3 game on Steam, and I think on Switch is Collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend.
Oh, that's a cool name.
And it contains all 3 games.
And yes, you are right, Dr. Zelwick. It's all about marketing. The bottom line is, Square did not think that a Saga game or a Mana game would sell well in the States, so they just named them after Final Fantasy, knowing that Final Fantasy would sell.
Yep, brand recognition.
Oh, and Entra Zero comes in and says, "Hey, Entra, how you doing today? Final Fantasy Adventure is a Mana series game, but to make it even better, FF Adventure has a different name in Europe, Mystic Quest."
And that's where we get back to the naming confusion once again. Because in Europe, Mystic Quest isn't Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, it is Mystic Quest Legend. Or so we learned recently.
It's just so messed up. So, okay, so I just cleared out 2 battlefields. And in the first battlefield, we got 54 experience. And in the second battlefield, we got a charm, which increases our defense.
Hey,
and
that's what was written on my map.
Yes, and of course, our buddy here has a moon helm, which has fire resist, and a black robe, which has some sort of skull resist. It's not poison because he's already been poisoned, so I don't know what that is.
Well, it could still be resist, but that could probably instant death.
Maybe instant death.
I'm gonna check my documents and see if the regular manual says anything before I check the guide. And I wouldn't be upset if I had to go and grab one of the Japanese guides to get documentation on graphics.
What all
like
the different weapons and armors do, because they don't tell you.
Not really, no.
Just like, oh, here's a new weapon and armor. Yeah, I'm checking the Sand Temple just one more time.
Elemental defense.
Okay, there's no consumables here. Because don't forget, consumables will respawn.
Here we get items, we get magic, we get that, weapons, armors. Okay, black robe, strong against doom attacks, which I fathom is, instant death.
Alright, good guess then. You nailed that one.
Once in a while.
And characters will miss often in this game, which can be really, really frustrating. The themes in this game are just top notch. Dawn of Mana, what is Dawn of Mana?
Dawn of Mana. Dawn of Mana. You know what? Engage Google Fu.
Yeah, I don't know what Dawn of Mana is, DLX. Oh, we got some more ninja stars. So
Dawn of Mana. Oh.
Go ahead.
Dawn of Mana is a 2006 action-adventure game for the PlayStation 2. I think it's Seiken Densetsu 4.
Yes, that's what DLX said. I have heard of Legend of Mana, which is a really weird town-building like game.
I love that one.
You love that one? I was so confused in that game. I had no idea what the heck was going on.
Oh, I am a notorious guide user, so it's like, where do I put things? Okay. How do I enjoy the game? I followed 2 guides for that: where to put stuff and how to get all the missions. You gotta optimize one playthrough, one and done.
Whereas me, on the other hand, well, I kind of grew up that way. where I would always use guides, but since playing on YouTube, that's kind of changed the way I play.
Oh, absolutely. I get that. Like, sometimes you got to get that raw reaction and not look things up.
Yeah, like our Valkyrie Profile 2 playthrough right now is a very interesting playthrough. Partly because it's a very not easy game. And yeah, it's got a lot of surprises that it throws at you, where if you know about them, you can try to prepare for them, but if you don't know about them, then
Left field.
yeah.
And like, I get sorry, I stammer a lot. In this modern day and age, it's kind of hard to go into a lot of games completely blind. So that is where I absolutely adore your community, the #1 best YouTube community on YouTube. In that they don't spoil you. Like, I do my best. Like, I want to see you succeed, but I also don't want to tell you what's coming around the next corner. I want to go through and see your reactions to Aegis Rim when I get through that old Let's Play of yours.
Yeah, I've only had one game that was slightly spoiled, but it was not a purposeful thing. It was more of an accidental one, where basically my friend, our dear friend, he didn't know that was a twist, because when he played the game, it was like common knowledge. So that's only happened once, and it was purely by mistake. I've never had anyone outright just spoil something, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, we played through Undertale without anyone telling me anything, and I don't know how that happened.
Because your community loves you, and you've garnered a great and amazing community.
That's very true.
Which, am I your first guest on a video?
You are our first guest on a video.
Yo, let's go!
And it's, I mean, kind of. I say kind of because we did do a co-op stream, The Devil in Me with Moose Gaming. And I wasn't streaming at the time, so I uploaded our recording of, you know, my version of the stream. So, you know, but, you know, technically speaking, you're our first, you know, guest host. And you see here how the AI prioritizes healing status elements as well.
Which is fine, but
there's times when you don't want it to. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have the. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry.
Okay. I don't know if that got muted.
I forget that you can hear me, because normally when I like cough or something, I'll mute my mic on the recording, so no one hears it.
Yeah. I made a point to set my my mute button to be the same on Discord and OBS.
Oh, I need to do that. You gotta teach me how to do that later.
It's a hotkey, but yeah, I can show you. But like, as far as like spoiler stuff goes, like for me, it's hard for me to play games without spoilers because I don't want to miss things.
Here we go.
But there's also oh wait.
Well, here the gate's shut or something. I'm sorry, I accidentally pressed the button too fast. Watch this. Are these something? I'll say it's so cheap. How about fitting explosives for 30 gold pieces?
Okay.
Or not use bomb. Okay, so now.
What if I had said sorry? Would you have canceled it?
I don't know. That's a good question. I should have done it.
I mean, I'm sure it's a case of but thou must.
Exactly. So I gotta go all the way back here. This would be a very easy to miss chest.
Yeah.
Steel shield.
And you know what? You know what you didn't have to do? You didn't have to go into the menu to equip it.
Yeah, because it automatically auto-equips you to the highest gear, I believe.
Yeah, it sure does. It streamlines it for you for new children who are not used to RPGs. That doesn't make this not a fun game. That just makes it very user-friendly.
And as we said, though, these are weapons that I can use in the field. So that bomb has an effect outside of battle.
I wouldn't use it on this fight.
Oh, well, really? I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Chinese stars are its weakness, and he misses. Of course, he misses. And as far as the enemy configuration, I do believe the enemy configuration is random.
Yep, you can run away, go back in, and get a different setup. That's how speedrunners try to optimize their runs and their experience.
Yep, that is indeed true.
I think he might be weak to bomb. Or not.
Yeah, I think he is. But we're at this point where we can just basically steamroll through everything.
Right.
I haven't played Valkyrie Elysium yet. I do have a DLX. I was maybe thinking about doing it on the channel. I haven't decided yet. Depends where I'm at. Zappa here really wants me to play the
third game.
The third Valkyrie profile game, and that's a game I've never even gave a shot to, because it's a strategy game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a strategy RPG, but it still uses the same each character is assigned to a button. You just have to move them into position. So it's like a step removed from Valkyrie Profile 2.
Well, Valkyrie Profile 2 is very different from Valkyrie Profile 1. I mean, like, each game is its own different thing.
Yeah, but like, one of the things that I remember was pretty neat about part 2 is that you can just take one character and tell them to bugger off in a different direction, or maybe set them in a central location, so if you're gonna fight everything in a battle, they're always in range of everyone.
Yeah, I never even seen like a video of the third Valkyrie Profile game. So I have no idea what it's even like in any way, shape, or form.
So, did part 2 have a difficulty setting at the start?
No, it's just hard.
Fair enough. So you remember in part 1 how from the get-go you get to choose easy, medium, and hard?
Yes, which determines items, dungeons, characters, and endings, which is really, really cool.
So, I don't remember the exact semantics, but it also, Covenant of the Plume also has its own sort of easy, medium, and hard, but it's based on decisions that you make. And then on top of that, there's also 3 routes. So you can do Route A as easy, medium, hard, Route B is easy, medium, hard, and, you know, so on and so forth. So you can run through, and each route has like pretty much exclusive characters. So to get them all, you want to run all 3 routes on all 3 difficulties to get your optimum final dungeon remix.
Oh, that's cool. So you make the game easy or hard.
Yes, you choose to make it, you know. Yeah, you choose to make it your own difficulty, much in the way you do with some Super Robot Wars games.
By the way, Zappa here has played a ton of the Super Robot Warrior. I can't even say name. What is it?
Super Robot Wars?
Super Robot Wars, exactly. He's played a lot of those games, and like I said, he plays them on Twitch. I watch him and I'm confused by them, but he does a great job at trying to help me through my confusion.
Well, it doesn't help that, like, despite that I can't read Japanese, I can play and interpret the game itself.
I have no idea how you do that.
I've been playing those, like, I've been playing those games for about 20 years, and it came down to just recognizing characters and muscle memory. Which was a lot of the problems that I was making when I would play Front Mission. Is the Super Robot Wars menu is set in a certain order. It goes move, attack, and then different other commands. Where in Front Mission, the first action would be end. or it would just be something like something inconducive to actually making progress. I would cancel my entire character's turn or the entire player turn just trying to move someone, and move was option 2 and not option 1.
We just double missed. That was annoying.
That's a pain in the butt. And, you know, for a few years, I've also been contributing to a Super Robot Wars database where, you know, I use all the books I have and all the knowledge we've gained, and we kind of collect the data and make it easy for people who can't even read Japanese to at least be able to play the game and look at all the cool animations and, you know, unlock as much as they can one and done.
That's cool. You know, that kind of reminds me of, this is why auto is not very good sometimes. It will heal when I'd rather have it attack, or even use the life spell for combat. Oh, shoot. I got stuck in this stupid sand. And you know, that kind of reminds me of the, when you play a PlayStation game, and then you play a Nintendo game, and for some reason the menu button is reversed. It's like, why can't you two get along with this? Why do I have on one console the top right button is menu, and on the other console the top left menu is menu? What I actually did is I went into my Switch settings, and in my Switch I reversed the buttons.
The one that gets me is, depending on what company made the game, confirm and cancel on the PlayStation controller are swapped.
Yes. Oh, it's so frustrating.
Because I think the sensibility was that us American gamers, we came up on the confirm button being at the bottom of the set, which, you know, growing up, that was always the A button. You know, on the Nintendo controller, that's the A button was right there, A, B, X, Y. But in Japan, X is, you know, X is bad. X is like, wrong. And circle is ding ding, good.
Yeah, you know, what's even weirder is when you think about how people call the X button, because I always call it the X button, but apparently the proper name is the cross button. And I never call it cross.
Because they really don't have an X in their vocabulary. Like, X is an American word, you know, it's like how some anime fans are fascinated with, you know, mixing and matching Japanese and English stuff. It's like, oh, Japanese is so cool. They're like that for us. Like, oh, English is so cool, so they have all this, like, you know, innocuous, out-of-place English words. It's like, oh, but that's cool because that's different. It's unique. It's going to get your attention. So they don't have an X, but they have cross.
Yeah, Connor, I will literally switch my settings because it will drive me crazy. I remember playing Three Houses, which is an amazing Fire Emblem game. I think it's my only Fire Emblem game that, well, I played Fire Emblem Engage, but Three Houses was like my first Fire Emblem game. And I just had to switch those. Okay, there's a boss fight. I think I missed something over here.
Probably. I have to ask you something as someone who had, as me, a person who hates Fire Emblem, and you, a person who have played Fire Emblem. Is Fire Emblem Three Houses forgiving? Are you allowed to do what you want, when you want, and not instantly lose?
Fire Emblem Three Houses is the only... It was my first Fire Emblem, so I can't talk about previous Fire Emblems. But in Three Houses, the game is very forgiving. You can play through that without any issues, even if you're a complete noob.
I played the one on the DS, and it felt like if I didn't put character X in square Y, you lose the entire map. Good luck.
Yeah. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
You'll never beat me. I have the power of the crystal of earth. Alright, so here we have the first boss battle, and of course, in typical FlightlessBird fashion, I did not cure myself before entering this battle.
As is tradition.
I'm such an idiot sometimes.
I will be right back.
Alright, so he's strong against this, so what we can do is we can use bombs, but we just got Quake magic. So obviously we're going to be using magic here. And this is why when people say, you know, these games are easy, this thing just hit both my characters for quite a lot of damage. Yeah, so you remember when I was saying earlier that these games aren't exactly easy mode? Here you're seeing how the games aren't exactly easy mode. Because, yeah, that was a thing that existed. And I did save before entering this boss battle, so if I die, bad things happen. He's about under 50%, and again, you can tell based on the way he's transformed over time, which is a really, really cool effect. Zappa's taking some major hits here. Good critical hit by Tristan. See the bomb for the first time. I want to probably heal here. Once again, Light Spell is amazing. Welcome back!
Shall I consult the book to see what tips and tricks that book might have for this boss? Not that we really need it at this point.
Well, actually, you died for the first time.
Oh, I must have got back just as I was getting back up.
Yeah, you got hit for a critical while Tristan was asleep. Almost led to a game over. Thankfully, you got back up and had the life spell.
So, the guide says as follows for the Flamesaurus Rex. An evil fossil come to life. The Rex is draining the earth of crystal and causing earthquakes and heartache. Watch out for its teeth, its sharp, its sleep and poison dust attacks. And did we mention its bone missile attack? Go get them. It did not contribute any skill to, you know, it offered no tips.
Look, the crystal. Oh, that's your line, sorry.
Look, the crystal.
And never mind that, get a load of this stuff.
Neat.
You got the best claw in the game, which is kind of bogus. I'll keep this. Oh, here's what you wanted. See the elixir. Even though it's the best claw in the game, he still prefers to use ninja stars, which is weird.
But we don't take it with us?
Now, if you don't get this treasure chest, you're gonna have problems.
You have to come back.
Look, I gotta go. See you around, kid. Shrug!
Eh.
Gotta love the shrug. Alright, so we have completed the first dungeon. Got the first crystal.
Yeah.
And we can kind of fast forward out of here due to the sand. Connor Hall was saying in chat, by the way, that it looks like you played Fire Emblem's Awakening. And he also says, my condolences, that game is bogus. In reference to Fire Emblem.
Yeah, probably did. It's the one that has Robin in it. And fortunately, I played that through a service called Gamefly. So it was like, oh, I hate this game. Mail it back, get a different game. I wasted no dimes. Yeah, I ran with Gamefly for like a few years, and then I got really hard into Super Robot Wars and realized I don't have time. I don't have time to be playing all this other stuff when the yearly releases of Super Robot Wars are coming at me hot and fresh.
Moose Gaming says he still uses Gamefly.
You know what? I'm not saying it's a bad. I'm not saying it's a bad system. It's just I ran out of time for it.
Did you know that there was supposed to be a Final Fantasy Dragon Quest game, but we got Chrono Trigger? No, I did not know that. I don't mind. I love Chrono Trigger.
Tell me this lore.
Yeah, there was Awakening, and man, haven't heard of Gamefly in ages. So let's go ahead and heal up the girl.
Yeah. We could also go get another box down in that forest when we're done with Kaylee here.
Yeah, but it's not a treasure chest, though. It's just a usable, right?
Yeah, I think it's heal potions.
Yeah.
Let me...
Chrono Trigger is very great. Zappa, is it really you?
Here's the elixir.
Thank you. Now I can visit Spencer in Aquaria.
Why don't I go to Aquaria first and look around? Where is it?
It's through the Focus Tower into the northeast. Take care.
Yeah, it's just more heal potions behind a forced encounter.
Chrono Trigger is amazing. I played Chrono Trigger on the channel, and we got all the endings. And then I played, thanks to Entra Zero, we played Chrono Cross, I think, first? Or second? And then after playing Chrono Cross, we played Chrono Trigger Flames of Eternity. Flames of Eternity was basically a fan-made game to... It was an interquel between Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger. And all three experiences were amazing.
We're gonna go for the tower before we go for that,
Yeah, I'm not going to that battlefield.
Oh.
And yes, there is a shortcut to this place, as I just showed. But I wanted to go up, just make sure there was nothing up here, because I didn't remember.
Oh, I could have told you that.
There's maybe a reason to jump. But yeah, for some reason, there's a hidden route here. Well done, Zappa. Remember, Captain Mac will be crucial to your quest.
Huh?
A girl named Phoebe can help you.
But I'm going to Aquaria.
Maybe I'll find her along the way. Where does he fly off to? We're crying out loud. There's like nowhere to go.
There's some... Okay, this book here says that there was a white spell, but maybe that's later.
Well, white is wizard level magic.
Okay, yeah, so that's probably later.
I'm pretty sure the white spell is behind a door, or it's I really doubt that would give us a white spell this soon.
Okay, no, I think white is the name of that dude, or such is written in this game, in this guide.
So we kind of want to avoid everything until we get a second person.
I feel you.
This is a Libra crest. If we have it, we can activate it to teleport to the other crest.
That's not Libra, that's Omega. Hi.
Oh, is that Omega? Oh, my bad.
No, I mean, it probably is like Libra in this game, but it's the Omega symbol.
It's hopeless. I give up. Aquaria is frozen. People are sick. And Grandpa is trapped. You're right, there is Omega.
Wait, have you ever heard of a man named Spencer?
Huh? Why? He's my grandpa.
Well, look, let's go free him.
But we can't. I'm going home.
Hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Phoebe from Aquaria. You say Phoebe or Phoebe? I gotta go with Phoebe.
That's a Phoebe.
Okay, I'm Phoebe from Aquaria.
You're Phoebe? Well, then I'm going with you.
How presumptuous. Alright, very well.
Phoebe joined.
And she's got the horrible cat claw weapon.
I like claws. They're neat.
The claws are neat, but her bow is so much more powerful.
Oh, I'm not arguing.
I mean, her bow is like ridiculously strong. Oh, there's fire. Hey, Paku Paku! How you doing today? So that chest, I believe we can't get until we have the fourth crest.
Yeah, it does not appear to be accessible at this juncture.
Let me check this side as well.
No, that's all. Looking,
so now we need
consulting the maps.
Oh, and by the way, let's not oh, this is a free form of explosives. And also in
Okay.
the temple, there's a free form of explosives. So if you ever run low on explosives, you just go back to that
box.
temple, and you can max out on explosives.
Word. Would you like me to consult the book less?
Oh, no, it's fine. I played this game before.
Okay.
So now we can just go through... Yes, undead are weak to cure spells. And the AI is actually smart enough to do that. I'm surprised. Now, what's really interesting about this game is this game has a massive bug in it that... Do you know which bug I'm talking about?
I forget the specifics of it. You might know it better, but if it's the one against the final boss,
Yes, that's exactly which one I'm talking about.
basically an underflow glitch.
Yeah, so if you cast a cure spell on the final boss, you basically insta-kill the final boss. Not supposed to happen that way.
Nope, because the coding in that wasn't very good back in the day. So when it already has max HP, what you've done is taken its... I think its HP is already set to like the highest possible value, which probably on the Super Nintendo might be 65535, if not lower than that. So it's already set as high as it is allowed to be, and then you tick it up with the cure spell, so it can't go any higher. It loops around back to 0 plus whatever HP you just healed, and then you give them a good old slap in the face, and you win.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, Phoebe's showing off some really impressive magic here. Showing off the Thunder spell, which is a wizard spell, which is the most advanced type of magic. Showing off the Fire spell, and showing off the Cure spell. I mean, Phoebe is basically one... I mean, just look at the level difference here. This is partly why people call this the easy Final Fantasy, because they give you a companion that is just so much stronger than what you are.
Almost twice your level.
Yeah! And she probably could be twice your level if you don't fight everything in the areas that you have to, you know, that you don't have to fight. I'm gonna go back and rest, and then we'll clear out some more battles.
Or get your spell charges back.
And by the way, the most powerful item in this game, if you're curious, is something called a seed, which is an item that we did get.
You should have like 3 seeds. Okay.
The seed maximizes your magics, or restores your magics. So as you can see here, she has 5 wizard, 10 black. With seeds, you can basically just, you know, stay at infinite mana, which is insane. I don't think Chrono Trigger is a fair comparison to Final Fantasy. Chrono Trigger does different things than what Final Fantasy does. I think it's an amazing game, but I don't think you would compare them. I don't think you can compare Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy either.
You can compare them, but that would be blasphemous and against the entire concept of Final Fantasy.
Because Dragon Quest does very different things than Final Fantasy.
And, you know, like, the model RPG at the time Final Fantasy was made was Dragon Quest, so Final Fantasy had to do what Dragon Quest did not.
And it's weird because the Dragon Quest games are, from what I know, and you have to realize I've only played the first Dragon Warrior game. Yes, it's a Dragon Warrior, not Dragon Quest. I only played the first Dragon Warrior game, and I played Dragon Quest 11, the new one that came out. So I don't have a lot of knowledge on the Dragon Quest series. Oh, I also played the Dragon Warrior Monster games, which we'll talk about in a few. But from what I know of Dragon Quest, they pride themselves in being the longest RPGs around, if I'm not mistaken.
As far as like time spent in game and content and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Because Dragon
Like,
Quest 11 just wouldn't end. It just kept
yeah,
going.
for like regular good old regular RPGs, yeah. That probably tracks.
I mean, in Dragon Quest 11, it's like the game ended and then it kept that you got the credits, and then there was like a whole nother half part of the game still there, and I was just thinking, you know, it was weird. Multiple characters in Final Fantasy games using cat claws. Well, the cat claw was the ultimate weapon in Final Fantasy 1.
Which is weird because it was for black mages.
Yeah, which is for black mages. I believe the cat claw was also the best weapon in Final Fantasy 2.
Like 2-2 or 4-2?
2-2. Because I remember seeing the cat claw in our playthrough.
Yeah, and I think like the cat claw is pretty like mid-tier when it comes to the claw weapons in both 4 and 6.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who uses claws in 4.
Yang.
Yang, so he's a male.
And then
5 is
Sabin.
Jobs.
Yeah, Sabin, and if you played certain ROM hacks of 6, that would be like Gal could also use it, but that, you know, that's ROM hacks, that's different.
Okay, so kind of we're destroying your theory here, because in Final Fantasy 4 it's a male, in Final Fantasy 6 it's a male. Final Fantasy 7, I wouldn't say claws, but Tifa uses unarmed.
Yeah, well, Tifa, like some of those weapons are claws. They're katars and knuckle bracers and all that.
Okay.
I think cat claws might be somewhere in there.
You have to help me with Final Fantasy 8 because I have no idea.
I know Zell is your resident punch boy, so there may or may not be a cat claw type weapon.
Okay.
Okay,
9. Yeah, that's fair.
What's? I don't know 9 too well. What's the name
9.
of the tall, lanky dude with the dreads? I think he is your resident punch boy.
Are you talking about the guy with the long red hair?
Yeah, the dreads.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I don't remember his name either.
Red 13 has claws. Okay.
Red 13, but those are like built-in claws.
Those are natural weapons.
That's different.
And then Final Fantasy 10.
No, there are no punch boys in, or punch girls in 10, as far as I know.
Right, there isn't.
Like the closest you get is Kimari has claws, but that's a different move.
And then we have Final Fantasy is an MMO.
Yeah, and you can have a monk, and I played 11 for a little while.
Final Fantasy 12 was a job class system, so anyone could wear it.
I don't think there were claw weapons, were there? I really don't know. I didn't play 12 long enough to get there.
I don't know if there is unarmed attacks in 12.
Or 13 for that matter.
Yeah, I don't think there's any for 13. 13-2 you could have 13-2 you could have 13 had snow. Okay, right. Snow punches people. Good call,
okay.
13-2 had recruitable characters. So you probably could get anyone to do that. And it's a bow user and a sword user. 14's in an MMO. 15, no one used. I mean, there basically was no females in Final Fantasy 15.
You would get Aranea as like a temporary party member, but I don't even think that there was a melee class in it either. You had like guns and shields as a melee weapon, which is cool to have a shield as a weapon instead, but I don't think there were any gauntlets or anything of the sort.
Did you know you could press select and look around the map?
I didn't remember that, no.
Ah, I didn't remember that either. That was just me pressing the wrong button.
Neat.
So she's pretty decked out. I mean, she's got heals, cures, life.
Now, to go back to their original point, Connor's original point, I'm not familiar with Phantasy Star, but I understand that there's a lot of people that use claws.
Phantasy Star. I'm not familiar with Phantasy Star either. I remember playing Phantasy Star 1, I think it was, on the Sega, and I hated the game because I stepped out of the first area and I instantly died. And then I thought I was doing something wrong, so
You quit?
I tried again and I died, and then I quit. Yeah, I mean, that game is brutal.
I thought you were going to say you played it on the Sega channel, and my heart nearly skipped. Like, you too?
I don't know what the Sega channel is.
That's story time. I played one of the Phantasy Stars for like 20 minutes on the Sega channel because like one of those like imprinted screenshots was some weird yellow bird that looked like a fat chocobo, so I thought it was a Final Fantasy game on the Sega. But the Sega channel was a service back in the 90s where you could order a special cartridge that hooked into your phone line, or maybe your cable line, I forget which. And it was basically a temporary download version of games. Like, there were a few games that were only Sega channel, but you could like, all right, it's going to take you 30 minutes to download it, but now you have Comic Zone on this cart, or Phantasy Star, or Sonic and Knuckles on this cart, and it'll be on this cartridge until you go download a different game on there. It was a pay-to-play service back in the 90s.
Actually, without a guide, they're a fail. I never played Final Fantasy 15 Comrades.
Yeah, when I played 15, I platinumed out. I did everything. I got the platinum trophy before any of the DLC had come out.
Wow. I just beat the game and I said, okay, I'm kind of done with this game now. Like, well, I got the flying car and then I just stopped playing at that point.
Yeah, like, I beat the game and I think I had, like, 3 more things left to do, and one of them was the Adamantoise.
Now, I realize I haven't saved.
Yeah, you should do that. Or at least push that save state button.
I don't know what the save state button is, because I actively evade it as much as possible. Hey, save states to me are like, they're like addicted. You know, you just use them all the time, and they ruin the game.
Way to call me out, bro.
I don't know if you know or not, I'm just saying, it's I mean, I've like seen people play games and they'll like save state, and what's really annoying is they'll like save state after like every decision they make.
Oh no, I'm not that.
I mean, are you serious? You don't want to go back and have to replay an extra 10 seconds of game time?
So, like, the save states that I've been using in Super Robot Wars are like, it's the game already has a battle save function and like a quick reset, so I could do a save, hold 3 buttons, and be back to like right before I made that attack decision. So in that instance, I think save stating is just like removing those extra 5 seconds for something I was going to do anyway.
Yeah, you see, that makes sense. That does make sense, but you know, the Switch, when you emulate games on the Switch, they have a way for you can save things, and it's easily abusable. And the games weren't meant to be played like that.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have a subscription to, or you know, I don't have Nintendo Online.
And by the way, this game was available on Nintendo's online via the Wii, but for some reason it's not available on the Switch.
Well, it's a good thing that it only takes a couple of downloads to make the Wii hackable.
Or you can just play an emulator like I'm doing.
That is also correct. Yeah, but I did that to make my Wii region free so I could slide my Super Robot Wars disc into that one. Like, there are a few consoles that I wish I could own and stream from directly. I unironically want to, like, really play a Virtual Boy.
I played a Virtual Boy when I was younger.
I did.
Hold on. We won a magic ring.
Heck yeah, let's go!
Care to tell us what the magic ring does?
In a minute.
So we can't do the other battlefields until we go to Aquaria.
Magic ring. Having the powerful magic of ancient wizards, this ring radiates a curious aura of power. The ring protects a wearer from any silent spells and instantly increases defense and evade status levels.
Okay, so silence protection, that's cool. The monster in the ice pyramid makes itself invisible. Fun fact, the first time I played Mystic Quest, and I think the only time I played Mystic Quest, I didn't get the mirror in the ice pyramid. That made things very interesting.
So, Phoebe, where's Spencer trapped?
In the tunnel, he was digging under here. The dirt is frozen solid, so I can't get out.
Can't we melt it?
Not until we got rock water from the Spring of Life. But a monster in the Winter Cave stole the Liber Crest, which whips us from the Liber Temple to the Life Temple.
Anyway, we have to get that, whatchamacallit crest back, right?
Right, to the Winter Cave. Yeah, you see, so I think it is a Libra crest, even though it looks like the Omega crest.
Yeah. Once they said that, I was like, okay, I can see where, if you, like, to work within that tile set, you kind of had to exaggerate this and that, and yeah, if you put a couple more pixels on the bottom, then it would have looked more like a Libra than an Omega, but I think that's where we're gonna have to drop the wake water later.
Yes. 13 Lightning Returns. I never played. I played 13 Lightning Returns to the very end of the game, and I couldn't beat the boss because apparently to beat the boss you got to play the game multiple times, and I basically said no. A monster in the ice pyramid up north is draining the power of the crystal water.
Oh, that's such a tab.
I'll buy my steel helmet for 200 gold. Okay. I hope you're happy with steel helmet. It's amazing how easy it is to miss that item.
Yeah, I might have. I wouldn't be surprised.
Go ahead.
Buy it in Aquaria for only 200 GP. It's a basic metal head protector, but it would definitely increase your defense rating. Buy it.
Is this the Libra crest?
That would be Gemini probably, but growing up I thought that was an
I just look at it and I see an hourglass.
Yeah. As a young lad. So where did you play your instance of the Virtual Boy?
Right, so when I was younger, I wasn't my family wasn't well off. My dad was in the armed forces and my mom was working at Sears or something. So we didn't have a lot of money growing up as a kid, but my neighbor did. And the first time I played Final Fantasy VII was the first time I saw Final Fantasy 17 was watching my neighbor play it because he had a PlayStation. And
don't let me, my grandma said.
And I can't go down this waterfall because it's frozen. So what I did was I went to his house and he had a Virtual Boy. And I was able to play a Virtual Boy at his house. And I must say the tennis game is a lot of fun. But it does hurt your eyes.
Yeah.
But I had so much fun playing the tennis game. That game was just amazing. It says it melted even when heated.
I didn't play it, I didn't play tennis, but I played either probably a Wario game of some juncture. But when you mentioned Sears, that's where I got to play mine. Because I lived with my grandparents for a couple of years. And when they would go shopping for stuff, it's like, okay, I'm going to stay over here exactly in one spot, not harassing them and being bored and whining, but I will sit here and look at the video games and play the demos, and I will be right here for the next hour and a half playing a video game. And when they were done shopping, they knew right where I was, and it's like, oh, I don't want to go. 'Cause, you know, I didn't have a Super Nintendo or a Virtual Boy at home.
Yeah, I was very fortunate. I don't know why Phoebe cast fire individually instead of as an AoE. But anyway, I was very fortunate when my parents got me a Super Nintendo. And I remember Final Fantasy IV, the game that I love. My parents couldn't afford it and couldn't get it for me. So I saved up my allowance to buy Final Fantasy IV. And what I ended up doing was I bought Final Fantasy IV from my friend at school. So I bought Final Fantasy II at the time, right?
Yeah.
So I bought Final Fantasy II from my friend at school for $40. He had played it.
Tracks for about that time.
He played it. He beat it. He's like, okay, I played it. I beat it. You know, would you like to buy it for me? I'm like, yes. And I saved up, and bought it from him. And that's how I played. Oh my gosh, these guys are kicking my tail right now.
I got my Super Nintendo with a bundle. Like, I could get the Killer Instinct bundle that came with the music CD or the Donkey Kong Country bundle. And I thought, man, music CDs, that's what's cool. I'm gonna get that one. Except I bought a fighting game and didn't have anyone to play it with.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Should have gone for the Donkey Kong one. But, and all the time that I was like, in those younger days, like, I save my money. I want Final Fantasy III. I want the game that I missed out on from my uncle. I could never find it anywhere, and every time I did, it's like, oh no, we're actually out of stock right now. So I had to settle for Mario RPG.
Yeah, that's actually what happened to me with Final Fantasy IV. That's why I bought it from a friend.
I know, we had to make such a big sacrifice and settle on such a bad and boring game.
Did you hear the news of Super Mario RPG getting a remake?
I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, I just put my phone on, I was going to put something else, like, oh, a Nintendo Direct, what happened? And I scrolled back, because I came in at the end when they were announcing Star Ocean 2. I scrolled back and I watched it, I'm sitting there like, about to like squeal and cry, like all the happy feelings, like the remake. These are the good tears. These are the good tears that are okay to have as an adult. Because like the last time I had those happy squealy tears was when I was doing reaction videos for Super Robot Wars. When your favorite robot gets into the game, it's okay to cry. It is okay to cry.
Oh, I've cried a few times on the channel, so I know that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the hashtag therapy blog, it's okay to cry.
I played Star Ocean 1 a long time ago, and no, I'm sorry, I played Star Ocean 2 a long time ago, and I remember thinking this is an amazing game. Then I played Star Ocean 3 for like an hour, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. Then I played Star Ocean 4, and I loved it, and I thought this was an amazing game. Then I played Star Ocean 5, and I thought it was the worst game ever made. And I still haven't finished Star Ocean 6. So...
Did you play 1 at all?
I never played 1.
Okay, well then at least it's not a curse of even or of odd-numbered Star Oceans are bad for you. But I have heard many a bad thing about Star Ocean 3 not being the most fun of games.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. It just
know,
wasn't...
some people even call it modern day Kusoge.
But I can't go to the battlefield until we clear the Winter Cave. Shucks.
Aw, booty.
But with the Star Ocean 2 remaster, or the remake, whatever
That's the good one. That's the good one.
I know that's a good one, but I really want to play Star Ocean 1 Remake now.
I've heard good things about it.
I mean, just think about this. We're living in the golden era of Renaissance gaming. And it's funny because when I created this channel was originally called RPG Renaissance. And what I was going to do was I was only going to play RPGs, and I was only going to play games that either needed remakes or spiritual successors of games. So what I was going to do was I was going to start with Quest for Glory and say Quest for Glory needs a spiritual successor or a remake. And then I was going to talk about other games. But yeah, we're living in an era of an RPG renaissance. You know, we have all these games that are being re-released and remade and remastered. It's truly a great time to be an RPG fan.
Yeah, and like at this point, like nothing is really off the table anymore because I'd like to think that Live Alive really opened the floodgates. Like everything is on the table now. If they can bring this weirdo Super Nintendo RPG out from the void, Square Enix will bring anything out of the void. And you can't carry any more explosives, sir. I'm sorry. There's at least one more Square Enix RPG that I think needs to come out of Japanese territory lock, region lock. And that's Treasure of the Rudras, which was Square's last RPG on the Super Nintendo. I
think you mentioned that. Do I have that on my spreadsheet?
I don't know, but I have that on my channel.
I think I have that on my spreadsheet.
I like to hope that I have at least 3 games on your spreadsheet.
Well, I don't have my spreadsheet updated as often. I have Jimmy in the Pulsating Mass.
Okay, I forgot about that one, but yeah, that tracks. Which you're allowed to. I would like to think that I might have suggested one of the Super Robot Wars games to you.
Yeah, I haven't written that one down now.
Okay. I know which one. I know which one that I would put you on. It's on the Game Boy Advance. So.
But what's the other one you just mentioned?
Treasure of the Rudra.
Treasure of the Rudra.
Yeah, it's got an English patch, so you can play it in English, but it's got a really neat gimmick of make your own magic. Like the game will give you like suffixes and prefixes so you can build your own like elemental spells and how effective they are and whether they're single or all target. And then sometimes you can just enter shenanigans and you could get some automatopoeias will come out. Like if you create bang as a spell, the letters bang will come out of the screen, bounce on the enemy, and then bounce away and do some form of elemental damage. And
hey, thank you for being here, DLX. Appreciate you, buddy.
Have a good day, sir.
That sounds pretty trippy, though.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, since you reminded me about Jimmy, I don't know how much of you have to finish it kind of guy you are. If Jimmy hits you wrong, you are allowed to back off of that one, and I will not be upset.
Why do you say that?
Well, I remember you mentioning something like you don't do well with bugs or spiders.
Oh God.
But I also the bugs and spiders are at least like they're enemies in the game, but the game also like does a lot of. Sir, what are we doing?
We're getting Super Phoebe in our party. This class saved me. Here's how to use it. Select the car, hold the A button down and press the control pod. Now it's yours. Now we get Super Phoebe.
Oh, upgrade.
Yeah.
Mid-season upgrade.
Because Phoebe with her bow and arrows is the best Phoebe.
I don't know if there's anything back there.
I don't know. I don't remember this game. I'm just walking around trying to...
No, there's nothing back there. That's what I was checking on. It's like, is there anything back in that corner? Nah, there's nothing back there. But yeah, Jimmy deals a lot with, like all sorts of fears. But I don't know. I've watched Doki Doki Literature Club years and years ago through several Let's Players, so like, I don't want to sit through all that again. So I don't know how well you took it, how well you got through it. I'm sorry, I didn't watch.
It was a very interesting game. I'm thoroughly enjoying the side stories right now.
That's new to me. I didn't know there were side stories.
Yeah, I mean, pick up our, go watch our side stories sometime. They're really, really good. But as far as the game itself, considering I'm someone who has suffered with depression in my life, that game hit a lot closer to home than a lot of other people, I think.
Yeah, I know that. I had that moment with another game, Omori. Like, it hit really close to home at the start, and I thought like I was gonna like really feel that deep down throughout the whole game. And for me, I only really like, it was only the beginning. It wasn't the whole game.
But, I mean, I was able to talk about my history and my story during the game. And if someone hears my story and goes, you know, I can understand you, FlightlessBird. I feel that way too. And if I can inspire someone, then, you know, I think it'll be great. So I got through it.
Yes. Okay, cool. No, I just like, so I know some people can't deal with the gore and some of those other themes in there. So like, Jimmy doesn't. We'll find out when we get there. How about that? We'll find out when we get there.
Someone's good. Oh, I hate being blinded.
And what's worse is they don't even put like a cool pair of shades on them.
I know, they just turn around.
Like, that's like, okay, I get it. You can't really put a pair of shades on someone if you can't see their face. But then, like, okay, they're turn around. That could just be confusion or some other status like dismay. Like, I'm not interested in this fight anymore. I'm done.
I have no idea where we're going in this place.
You're going the right way.
I know, but I want to go the wrong way first to go the right way, because I want to make sure I get all the treasure. So I'm not sure. Is the boss to the left or is the boss to the right? Stop confusing me! Oh, great. Toasty! I love the animations. They're so good.
The boss is...
I could have literally died there because Phoebe could have nuked me.
Okay, are we... you can go through that door and get some treasure. But there's also more treasure over to the left.
See, this looks like the final boss area.
It's not. It's above it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that.
Because there's some things I remember about this game, but there's some things I don't.
Did you pick up the refreshers already? Did I miss that? No, you were talking?
Maybe. We're on our way to a box, though, so that may be it.
Okay.
Music's so good.
Oh, yeah.
And the enemy variations, the way they have hitbox, not hitboxes, but damage. Like they put the hands up like that, you know. It's just,
damage sprites.
Yeah, I mean, why don't more games do this? I don't understand it.
That's a good question, Mega Man. I don't know. Like, I literally cannot think of any game that does it for every enemy. Like, in newer games, yeah, sure, the boss enemies will, like, take a knee, they'll kneel, or, you know, they'll change their animation to show that they are wounded. Chrono Cross. Chrono Cross has every enemy, like, kind of, like, slumps over a little bit when they're on critical HP.
I mean,
I just remembered that.
More games need to do that.
I concur.
I mean, it just adds so much. Okay, so we're at the... Okay, I see what you're saying. That is where the boss is.
Yeah, down there. But up here.
There's a lot of enemies up here.
Yep, time to bite it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the turtles are weak to bombs.
Looks like they're weak to arrow.
Arrows?
Did you see that? Did you see that number?
Yeah, well, the birds are weak to arrows.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about the turtles.
Oh, the turtles, my bad. You know, this book doesn't say anything about what the enemies are weak to, just that they exist.
I know the landworms are weak to axes. I know the eyes. I remember the eyes are weak to.
Here we go. Here we go.
The eyes are weak to bombs. I remember that. We haven't seen any of the eye enemies yet.
Okay, no, this guy does not mention any sort of weakness at all.
But going back to what I was saying earlier, you know, this channel was originally going to be called RPG Renaissance. But what happened is I didn't start the channel because I wasn't entirely content with that name. Because I realized that I wanted to play more than just RPGs. These guys are not weak to bombs. And so I was like, I want to play Quest of Glory. I know I want to play Quest of Glory, but I want to play more than just RPGs. And they're weak to axes. So what I ended up doing was I was on Discord one day, and Ashenda Firemus, who's amazing, and she's a Twitch streamer who I fully support. She changed my name on Discord in one of our chats from Penguin to FlightlessBird as sort of like, you know, a joke.
Yeah, it's the walls, right? Oh, come on!
Please don't kill me.
Time to roll the dice.
Okay, you got lucky there. Got lucky there. Not so lucky.
Counter.
Come on, get this thing. Now, the cool thing about this game is if you lose a fight, it'll ask you to retry from the start. So you literally, if you get screwed due to bad RNG, the game doesn't punish you for getting screwed due to bad RNG.
It's like, okay, what did you learn? Did you learn? All right, now, don't do the same thing you did last time.
I'm like, I didn't learn anything. I got screwed by your RNG.
Okay, so you push a button. Okay, push that button again, but wait like 1 second.
And what's really funny is when you watch randomizers, you will literally see people just constantly retrying because they're getting screwed by the RNG. And it's absolutely hilarious to watch. So she changed my name to FlightlessBird, and I basically said, hey, I actually really like that. So I ran with it, and I decided to call my channel FlightlessBird. I'm like, okay, not my channel's FlightlessBird. It's
you're
not
you're not tied down to any one genre, right?
Yep. So I ended up, you know, doing other things.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad for that because, you know, if it wasn't for that, I don't think, you know, I would have never played a game like Doki. I would have never played Zero Escape. I would have never played Silent Hill. Just so many great games that I've been able to enjoy because I didn't limit myself with the name. The problem with the name though is there's a lot of FlightlessBirds on YouTube, so.
Are there?
Yeah. They're like music, FlightlessBird music or something. It's
weird.
It's weird.
Well, at least I ended up with an incredibly unique name and not completely my choice.
Miss Penguin, I love my name and I love your name too. It's wonderful. Yeah, and then I had an artist make me a profile picture and a banner, and I ended up using the banner but not the profile picture because I asked my community, what do you think of this? And they were like, you know, keep your old profile picture. So, you know, I kind of kept the bird that I have today.
Bird up.
I mean, she did a great job with the drawing. Don't get me wrong. It's just people said, hey, you know, I really like what you have. And one of these days, maybe I'll crack the YouTube algorithm and somehow, you know, grow a little bit more.
I'm sure you will. I mean, you cracked it faster than I did.
I misclicked there.
Ah,
That's fine.
yeah,
Like 32 damage. Sorry, Zappa.
it's all good. We still made it. We still live. We live in.
Okay, come up here.
Yeah, this is also not boss room. This is more progress to treasure.
I wonder how many streams it'll take us to beat this game. I would say 3 most.
Probably.
If
But
I
it's also
play...
not a very long game.
No, it's not. So you clicked on my video because it was a penguin. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you, Mr. Penguin. I like my penguin. Hey, you know what? You made some really great decisions, Mr. Penguin, for finding our channel. And now that I know this works, which is wonderful, I should be able to do the same thing if we were to do Parasite Eve. Because you said you want to join me on Parasite Eve?
Oh yeah. I will backseat the heck out of you, just so you don't miss the weird stuff hidden on the walls.
That sounds fun. Parasite Eve is our next RPG.
After...
Valkyrie Profile 2.
Oh, so you're not going to go right into Covenant of the Plume?
I always...
Alternate, that's right.
I don't alternate all the time with visual novels if they have connected stories.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to RPGs and adventures, usually I'll alternate in some line. So I may do Parasite Eve. Then I might not do Valkyrie Profile Coming to the Bloom right away. I'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna worry about Parasite Eve first. I can't wait to play Parasite Eve. I'll play a game in a long time. I remember Parasite Eve being amazing. Although I never could beat the final dungeon.
Which final dungeon?
The optional final dungeon?
Yeah,
Chrysler Tower? You remember the Chrysler Tower?
I remember the Chrysler Tower. So I have a unique one-handed PlayStation controller. It is designed explicitly for Super Robot Wars. It is branded. But I played an entire run of Parasite Eve just using that controller, as well as being in the Chrysler Tower and reading from my Japanese guides.
I think I got to floor 80 or 90 and I ran into a boss I couldn't kill.
That would probably be 60?
I don't remember. I just remember there was a boss I couldn't kill.
Yeah, there's 77 floors, and once you get to floor 69, there's a boss, and then from 70 to 77 is just walk up to the final boss. Good luck.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got to the final boss.
So, like, there's two different endings. There's your regular ending, and then you can only go through the Chrysler Building on New Game Plus to get that ending. It can be done without too much grinding, but you have to be like really careful in how you build your weapon and armor.
Yeah, that was something that I never... This misses.
You never really understood.
Yeah, it's like, from what I remember about Parasite Eve, you don't want to have multiple, like, bullets firing at a time, because it's weird, because when it does damage calculation,
it has a weird like percentage calculation. I could grab a book and look at it,
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
gonna grab a book and look at it because I'm gonna get you some real numbers on that real quick.
Yeah, so we're talking about Parasite Eve, if you don't know. It's the next game that we're playing as far as an upload goes. And it's a really cool game, but it's got a very unique combat system in which you move around the map fighting. And when you move around the map fighting, you have, you're a police officer, so you have a gun. Mm-hmm. And the way it works is you attack enemies, sort of like an action RPG, except turn-based elements. So you run around the map, and when your turn comes, you can attack enemies. You can attack enemies with spells or with your gun. But your gun, you can tune to give it effects. You can tune to give it extra damage. You can tune to do a lot of unique things. And one of the ways you can tune it is you can tune it to have multiple bullets fire at once.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than fire one shot at a time, you can have it fire 3 shots at a time. Now, The weird thing about that, though, is, if I remember correctly, if you fire 3 shots at a time, you may fire 3 times, but you seem to do less damage than if you just fired 1 bullet at a time.
Okay, so I have the numbers for that for you.
Okay, cool. I would love to hear that. I never looked into it.
Okay, so I managed it. It took me just a few pages to get there. If you fire 1 shot, if your strength is, or your gun power is going to be 100 damage, if you fire 1 shot, you do 100% of your damage, you do 100 damage. If you fire 2 shots, each shot is scaled down to only 60%. So in 1 turn, you fire 2 bullets at 60%. So you do 120% of your damage. You will do 120 damage.
If all your bullets hit.
Right, because you could be out of range, you could kill an enemy with the first shot, the second shot does nothing. If you fire 3 shots, each shot is worth 42%, but that equals 126% of your damage. And then the next option is 5 bullets at 25% for 125% of your damage modifier. 7 bullets gets you down to 18% at 126% of your damage. And 10 shots is 13%, so you get 130% of your damage.
Yeah, it's just so weird.
It is weird because for at least the stuff like the 7 and 10, those are typically attached to machine gun type weapons. So those are more like keeping in theme with the nature of the gun itself. But there's
just it takes a spot on the weapon though.
Yeah, well, I mean, so you can in your 1 turn you get to fire 10 bullets, so you could choose 10 different targets, and basically you're optimizing if you go with 2 or 3 shots. So anything with more than 2 or 3 is an inconvenience. It's bad for you. But there's an interesting, there's a duality of skills. There's, and I can't quite read this, but I could interpret it. There's random shot and rapid shot. And the random shot is attached to most machine guns, where you don't get to choose what your target is, but you shoot 50% more bullets at no additional cost to it doesn't reduce your damage. So if you had a machine gun that fired only 2 bullets, you get 3 bullets at 60%. You get 1 for free, but you don't get to choose where they go.
Double confused. I'm glad you found our channel too, Mr. Penguin. Thank you so very much. Even if Mr. Penguin lost his heist. Ow! Phoebe! And she blinded me too.
But,
thanks, Phoebe.
Long story short is I will guide you through speedrunner quality gun building while leaving it up to you what to do. I will not tell you how to do it, just what's good.
That sounds good. We're talking about a game called Parasite Eve, Connor. It's a, I want to say PS1?
PlayStation 1, yep.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation 1 RPG. It's incredibly weird. It's basically, I don't know if this is, I think this is true, but if you were to say Final Fantasy and Resident Evil had a baby, it would be Parasite Eve. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that.
Because it's got a lot of horror elements to it, but it's an RPG.
And a lot of the ideas that were like a lot of like concepts and character ideas that were made for Final Fantasy 7 and 8, if they were used in Parasite Eve.
Really? I didn't know that.
Just like the stuff that would be like, hey, okay, we're gonna make a character and they're gonna do this and they're gonna look like that. Like concepts and stuff was like, oh, that didn't quite fit. So, hey, what if we use it over here instead? Because a lot of people don't notice, or they do notice it really hard. In the initial, in that first cutscene in Final Fantasy VII, where you get that zoom out from the alleyway, and there's that Loveless poster.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people are drawing more attention, like, oh, Loveless was something that they used in Crisis Core. Do you know who's standing in that Loveless poster?
It's not Aya, is it?
It sure as heck is.
It is?
That is Aya Brea.
I never realized that.
A lot of people miss it. They just see, like, the Loveless thing, and they're like, they use Loveless later because that Loveless is already, like, a pre-existing, like, poem or epic or something to that effect.
Alright, it's boss time now. We have made our way to the giant squid.
Fight it out.
Awesome boss music, too. I'm just gonna... Oh my god, BB. Now's not the time to start missing.
Widite, a huge, rubbery, and powerful foe just itching for a fight. Once a resident of the deep ocean, this beast took to the land to find some kind of food that would allow it to grow to its present size. With its oversized suckers, it can draw energy from you and then turn around and shock you like an electric chair.
I love these descriptions, so amazing. Oh my god, that one hurt.
I don't love that this guy doesn't give you any, like, weakness tips.
Yeah,
And
that's really weird.
I don't feel like grabbing one of the Japanese books and pointing my phone at it.
I think it's like lightning.
Could be. I appreciate that there is a variety of weaknesses. Once again, both, magical and physical weaknesses. Mix it up with your weapons.
It's not weak to lightning.
You want, the cat claws have a chance to paralyze.
Not weak to fire either. This is why I say when people strong against earth.
Yep, he didn't like that.
This is why when I say when people say this game is easy mode, I don't know what the heck they're talking about.
No, they're not giving it the respect it deserves, sir. Put some respect on that name. I'm gonna go ahead and whip out the Japanese guide and see if I can't get some data.
Oh, I love the tail.
Grab the bigger one. See, that's the downside to not being able to read multiple strategy guides. Is you never know what data is and is not across various guides, which is the same curse coming up with Brady Games and Prima strategy guides. One company would sometimes be exponentially better than the other, like to an embarrassing degree.
There we go. That must
Got
be
'em.
the Libra crest. Let's take it and go back to the Libra temple. There's a mark there that looks just like the design on the crest. Stand on it and we'll be warped to the light temple.
Okay.
On the Libra crest, which strangely looks like the Gemini.
Ooh,
What does
ooh.
Libra look like?
It looked like Omega.
It does. No, I mean, does Libra look like Omega? Is that the actual correct?
Well, in a way, like the astrological sign for Libra kind of looks like an Omega. It's the hump is smaller, and then the sidelines are much longer.
Okay, so Libra in Greek has the Omega symbol, but it's got a line underneath the Omega symbol.
Yeah. I just the hump I like to think is like smaller in scale.
Yes.
And then the Gemini, which we think looks like an hourglass, is like 2 in Roman numerals, but the insides are curved. Okay.
We
My
don't have the
Japanese
exit spell
guide
yet.
has data for you. Weak point, none.
Yeah, we kind of figured that out. It would be nice though if it told me he's strong against Earth. I want my exit spell.
Get
Exit
nothing.
spell is so OP.
Yeah, just kick the enemies out of the fight.
And you get credit for doing it. So it's like an instant kill ability. I mean, in Final Fantasy VI, there was something like that. But in Final Fantasy VI, you had to first, like, make the enemies invisible first.
Oh yeah, the vanished Doom turret.
Yeah. I wonder if they got rid of that for the Pixel Remaster.
They did. They fixed it.
Ah.
No, okay. I think they fixed it for some of the bosses, but maybe not universally.
That was a ridiculous thing you could do in that game.
Do you know why that worked?
No idea.
So, the idea behind Invisible is that you are completely and 100% immune to physical attacks, but that leaves you vulnerable to magic attacks. Like, your physical evasion, 100%. Your magical evasion, nothing, 0. So, that means spells that have a chance to miss, like X-Zone and Doom and X-For, whatever the translation of the names were. Doom and X-Zone have 100% chance to hit because you are 100% vulnerable to magic.
Ah. Well, that's clever.
I used to think that it was because, oh, the sprite's not on screen, so it doesn't have to account for getting rid of the sprite. It's already gone. It's like, oh, sprite not on screen, it must be dead.
So these guys are annoying. If you hit them with physical attacks, you actually take damage.
They counter.
I don't know if it's called a counter.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it died, so I didn't get hit, but I'll try to see if I can...
Test it.
If Phoebe doesn't jump me, okay. Well, that time it didn't. So maybe there's a chance to counter.
Yeah, that tracks.
I just thought it was always on. Unexpected attack. Gotta love that name. Unexpected attack. Not ambush.
Not a surprise.
Unexpected. Oh, I love this fights. Oh, they're so cool.
Critical. Get deleted.
So, Connor, if you would like to see how easy this game is, or how not easy this game is, go watch some randomizers of it. Because, yeah, things happen. Oh, looks like we lost Zappa. Hey, he's back.
I pushed some bad buttons.
Yeah, so I found I did a little bit of research before starting the stream, and I found this tool that lets me put the Discord on the screen, so I could see when, you know, if you drop or not.
Okay, yeah. Alright, there we go. Back to it.
Also, it lets people know who's talking.
Yeah. I appreciate that. It lights up.
That's a
Or
really
in
cool
case
thing.
something is going on in the background, like someone's mic is still hot, and you can hear cats or children screaming in the background.
The surprise Saiyajin. Are these things called Saiyajins? Yeah, well, I mean, in Final Fantasy 1, I guess these guys would be called Saiyajins, right?
The Sahagins, yeah.
Sahagins, Saiyajins.
I've never heard it said out loud, so we're both correct as far as I care. Oh, Desert Hag? Okay, yeah, they're just they're the same species of creature. I just don't know why that they have desert hags out in the middle of the snowfield. That don't track.
Oh, randomizers are a lot of fun though to watch. Yeah, we got 600 gold pieces, which is like completely useless in this game. Looks like it is Sahagin. You were right.
Hmm? Oh, the
I'm
pronunciation?
just gonna back you up and say it's Sahagin.
Oh, okay.
How much gold do we have right now, by the way?
That's good. That's good, Kirshen. How do you check?
Yeah, it's
Flex up.
How do I check? 1900.
Okay. Now it's
That's one of the weird things about this game, though, is you can't really buy stuff. I mean,
you can buy potions.
we can buy a better helmet and stuff, but like in most Final Fantasy games, you go to a new town, you go to the weapon store, you go to the armor store, you know? That must be the spring of life. The water's dried up. It's hopeless now.
Don't give up yet. There's someone inside. Let's have a look.
This is gonna be the old guy, right? Yep.
Aquarius in great danger.
I know that. We need wake water to melt the ice. But the wake water has dried up. It's hopeless. Hear me. All that's left of the wake water is in this bag. Take it and go back to Aquaria.
Weirdo.
I don't know. She jumped. By the way, if you're wondering where we are on the map, we're right here. Yep, we're right there. I think you get a shortcut to come back here later.
I think so.
And once again, if you're worried about consumables, just find a map spot.
Wish I knew that when I was a kid. What was that, arrows?
I abused the heck out of this as a kid, especially with bombs.
I shouldn't know.
I threw bombs everywhere.
I'd be throwing money at it.
And there are places where you can buy these as well, but if you can find a place like this, you know, just do this. Now, I think they give you enough so it doesn't matter. And I don't know what happens if you run out of the item, but I like to make sure I don't run out. I just remembered who the old guy is. I don't want to spoil it for the audience, but...
Well, I sure don't remember, so...
Alright. Oh, it's Otto here.
Oh, we're not... You're not doing the walking, they're doing the walking.
Exactly. Water, please save our town. Look at that beautiful green. That's it. I guess the town will stay frozen until the crystal of water shines again.
Oh, you better hurry to the ice pyramid.
Yep, now we gotta go smash the ice golem. It's the ice golem. Big giant ice guy.
Destroy him.
Oh, we gotta go through here first. Oh, this is the, Oh, I remember this. Let's push this out of our way. So, this requires a little bit of puzzling.
My book has a solution for that puzzle.
Oh, get to it.
I'm just saying it exists if we get stuck.
I was watching a guy do a randomizer here, and he actually soft locked himself due to the way he pushed the pillars. It was really weird.
Oof.
Oh, I didn't mean to cast a spell.
Well,
Oh, I could have used that spell on the boss. Darn it.
now you've done it. Now you have to go take a nap again.
Nah, we'll be fine. So you see, you gotta push these pillars. Oh, by the way, hey, Tappers! I don't think I said hey to you, man. What's up, my friend? Tappers just appears. Where?
A wild friend appears. Well,
like that? Yes, Antarctica, I do believe, is actually a desert.
technically speaking, by definition of desert, yes.
Oh yeah, it does counter.
Oh, but it doesn't always counter. I see.
Yeah. And then it critical hit me.
He was upset. He's like, you made me put in effort.
Lamias. I think they sing.
Yeah, it sounds like they would put you to sleep.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually really fortunate though.
Oh, wait, hold up. Hold up. I have to read this because it is completely wrong. We already know what Lamias are. As grown adults, we know what Lamias are. Top half man, bottom half snake. This monster likes to sing people to sleep. His stare has the ability to confuse people.
That confuses me just hearing that.
Like, okay, on the one hand, we know obviously that's wrong. On the other hand, that could be incredibly progressive in this day and age.
That's true. Maybe that's what they were going for. This game's ahead of its time.
Yeah, a good 30 years ahead of its time.
By the way, the desert hay, or whatever this thing is,
Yeah,
it countered my bomb hit.
What?
Yeah, I
That's
know.
rude.
I didn't think it could counter those moves. And I love the sprites. Okay, this one you gotta be careful. If you push this one too far, you gotta reset the entire dungeon. It's... like that.
That tracks, I think.
Accidentally ahead of the curve.
Ooh. Well, you're not soft locked though. You're good. You're good. You just got to push it one space down.
Yeah, but I gotta be careful how I push it.
There you go. There you go. Pop, pop, pop.
Look at that. Does that mean we want to bring it back later? So I'm pretty sure there's an area in here that requires 2 of these. Critical hit!
Double crit.
Yeah, I know. Zappa's catching up on levels too.
That's what I do.
I love how they turn into snakes, by the way.
Little babby snakes.
Yeah, this thing's adorable. And I'm asleep.
Well, it is almost time for a nap.
And I'm confused, I think. I'm asleep and confused. I wonder what kind of dreams you're having, Zappa.
Don't ask.
Okay, this is the spot where we need the 2. It's not a big dungeon, it's just got its puzzle.
Yeah, it has its puzzle.
So we push this one there. No.
No, no.
No, it's gotta be up this way, right?
Yeah. And I mean, really, I think you have enough ice pillars, you could just make a walkway and not have to jump.
Yeah, that's all I need, correct?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you don't. Yeah, that works. That tracks too. I thought you could take the third one, but no, you can't take that third one out of there.
I thought there was a spot where you needed 2 of them.
No.
I guess I was wrong. Because you can easily do this with 1.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very valuable spot.
Oh wait, no, I think I checked the ice golem. I didn't check the crab.
Yeah, read us the crab, would you?
Yeah. Oh, I'll read both crabs. Hold on, I wanna... Oh, I think... Well, I'm checking the Japanese one to see if it's got a weakness or not. Weak point. Oh no.
Nothing. I don't think this thing's weak to fire. And computer. Ow! That hurt! Will you stop confusing me? Oh, great. Okay, that works.
Okay. Alright, let me read our good old English guide first. This type of crab chooses to live in snow and ice. Usually it waits quietly for prey to come near, and then jumps out and attacks. It lashes out with its claw and also avoid firing freezing foam at enemies. Bring your handkerchief?
Bring a handkerchief?
I guess so you don't catch a cold? Or maybe so you can use it like a bib so you can eat some snow crab?
Yeah, I would go for some snow crab.
But yeah, hit it with thunder in your axe.
Thunder doesn't really work.
Okay, just reading this English. Snow Club, a crab-type monster that holds a hard frozen body and wields giant pincers. It is good at attacking water, such as cold bubbles and whirlpools. Since it is weak against itself, let's attack with the main character's tomahawk. Faye is thunder and healer.
This thing is beating me up.
Also, that is
There
like
we
machine
go.
translation. And that also makes me think, is Phoebe's Japanese name Faye?
Oh, that's interesting. You can
Oh.
use explosives, right? Here's how to use a jumbo bomb. Hey, we got a better bomb.
Oh, great.
And Mr. Penguin's not having a good day with his heist. He's lost 2 in a row now. The evil
Right.
Mad Waddler is getting the best of him.
How do I heist?
Whew. By the way, are you streaming this on Twitch?
No, I'm not restreaming.
Ah, you should.
I didn't think about it. I didn't want to wonder. Well, I guess it would have been a great time to test whether or not I had good audio after I made some settings changes.
And at the same time, I could funnel traffic to you, and you can funnel traffic to me.
Indeed.
That's all reason to do a co-op after all.
Yeah, I did not consider that, but next time.
Next time, absolutely.
Next time. Oh yeah, but now that we have this mystery information. Let's see.
Ooh, nice crit. Ooh, double crit.
Get protagonist. I guess you can name him whatever.
And then double miss.
You will become this boy and traveler. Boy, you travel the world around the village. If he stopped by chance collapsed and he escaped to the hill of fate where he met White. He was told by White he could become a hero of prophecy. He was determined as a hero.
Thunder works well on the Lamias, by the way.
No. That's an interesting thing I've seen both of these guides do.
What's that?
Is they default the character's name, not like the game's default, but both Japanese and English guides name the main character Square.
Square? Like after
Square.
the company
Yeah.
Square?
Yeah.
Instead of the Canon Benjamin?
Yeah, I think the name Benjamin might have come later.
It might have.
I know one of these has a comic in it. I might have to throw Google Translate at that. But let's look at our other friends' names. Who do we have first? We had
Tristan. Or Tristram. Ah, not Tristram. I'm thinking Diablo. Tristan.
okay. So our first friend's name, Kylie.
Kaylee, yes.
That's Karen. Karenu, Karen. Tristram is Rock.
Wait, what?
Rock.
Walk?
Rock. Like, you know, the thing that you pick up off the ground. A rock.
A rock. His name is Rock.
His name is Rock.
Huh.
Phoebe's name is Faye.
I like Faye. That's a cool name.
And then, what's our last guy that we get? Ruben?
Ruben, yes.
Red.
Big Morningstar guy.
Redo.
Rador.
Yeah, Red. Just R-E-D.
Oh, Red.
Yeah, I was reading it in the Japanese characters. Ruedo. Red.
So we have Red, Faye, and what was Rock?
Rock and Karen.
Huh.
And Square.
Weird. Okay, so the way the slots work is I still need to make the slots a little bit better. Because in order to win slots, you have to have 3 of a kind. But you can win a lucrative amount of points. I need to make slots a little bit better. The thing is, you gotta manually program it. What I need to do is I need to program it so if you get like a penguin at all, you like get points. Because, you know, makes sense to me. I also need to get redeemables. That's something I need to look into. Like sound effects or video clips that can be played on the screen. Alright. We are at the Ice Temple.
Ice Pyramid. Save that game.
Okay, so this is interesting because we need to use a sword here. I see a switch in the statue, but can't reach it. Let's press it with something. I totally forgot about the light bulb.
Friend
Okay.
of main character part 1. Karen the Forester.
How about that? Mr. Penguin asked the 8-ball, are penguins the best? And the 8-ball said absolutely. Okay, I'm going left because left is always right.
Okay.
I have no idea where we're going. I do know there's a better sword here and there's a magic mirror, which I somehow missed getting the first time here. So... oh, there's invisible enemies too. Is the music different?
No, it's the same. It only has so many tracks.
It feels different in here.
So, This comic that I'm reading from, trying to find Benjamin's name in print. Do you want to know how they designate the first poisonous tree in this little comic?
Oh, go ahead.
It's wrapped in beads. It's a Christmas tree.
Oh, that's adorable.
And Kaylee just hacks it down, and then the goofy Minotaur shows up. And then she bonks it on the head.
A couple of okay. So kind of is trying to teach me how slots work, which is good. Yeah, so if I have a penguin, so if you roll and you get a penguin, then you automatically have points, is what you're telling me. But then it's weird because you gotta program each individual slot. So you gotta say if penguin and cactus and moose or something. You can't just say if there's one penguin or if there's two penguins. So I'll look into doing that. So this is where I could really use your assistance, Miss Zappa.
What's up?
Guide me through this place, because this place is a maze. This place is a literal maze.
I got you.
And I don't want to be stuck here for an hour.
No, especially since I don't have an hour. Once we get out of this fight, I will assess where we are, and we will get you going in the correct direction to treasure! Treasure first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Stop moving. Second floor.
Well,
Second floor.
You kind of want to backtrack through chests.
Okay,
so you want to
yeah.
say, okay, here's this chest. Or you want to backtrack through to the magic mirror. So where's the magic mirror at, and start from there.
Oh no, I see exactly where we are. I picked up on it real quick.
Because the magic mirror is the thing we need to make sure we get. That's a missable item.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I understand you now. What?
All these misses!
Okay.
Oh my god! I missed like 4 or 5 times in a row!
Okay.
Oh my god, these misses! Jeez.
Where did we come in from? There. Okay. No. Don't want that. Huh. Okay.
Zappa's mutterings in the background is telling you how much I'm worried about this place.
No. I was doing exactly what you said. Backtrack from
yeah, it's confusing.
Are these random encounters or?
No, they're invisible.
We can't see them. Okay.
That's why we need to get the magic mirror first.
Okay, we need to get back on the first floor.
Okay, I'll go back there.
Okay, so
I can stop missing.
Looking at where you are. Where is F? Oh no, that F would not help you right now. Okay,
right,
yeah, that's alright, cool. Take that left, or yeah. And then yeah, you're gonna want to fight that to get through.
Okay. These guys are dead.
Alright.
By the way, Zappa caught up to Phoebe in levels.
Okay, then we're gonna go up one and follow that path to the right. Down, oops, too far.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's one of the annoying things about this game is your partner never levels up. Never. Phoebe's always going to be level 15 at this point in the game.
And Zappa's always going to be taking a nap.
Stop falling asleep on the job!
If I could get enough sleep, I wouldn't.
This way?
Yeah, yes. Follow that around, and you see that door that you just saw, that's where you're going to go.
God, the mist is in this dungeon.
I would say, have we considered running away, but I don't think that eliminates the fight from the map, does it?
I don't think it does. You kind of want to fight so that way you can get the experience you need.
True, but it's more like, let's hurry up and get to the mirror as opposed to fight forever. This isn't AEW, it's not fight forever.
I have a friend who says I need to watch A&W. I just haven't. I don't know why.
I mean, it's wrestling. It's good wrestling.
I know.
And that game drops.
The problem is, I like stories. And because I like stories, I don't want to just start watching a show if I don't know the stories of what's going on.
So if that's if that is your barrier to entry, I would say start watching like at any given pay-per-view, or I guess.
Well, that's the other thing is I don't have the money for the pay-per-view, so you know with the WWE I watch the network.
I can help you. I can send you.
We'll talk about that later.
Places. Yeah. No. Okay. We went through the door. Door E. So you're gonna want to follow that mostly to the left.
Let's get the chest here.
Yeah. Arrowed. Yeah, up and to the left.
This place is annoyingly confusing.
Yeah,
I think this is really the only dungeon in the game that's like this. The volcano is a little bit confusing too with the mechanisms, but it's not like this place.
Right. But I was saying, like, I found that like I don't watch WWE all the time, so like when I used to watch it all the time, like week to week event, pay-per-view to pay-per-view, I would get annoyed at the long drawn out like intros to every match, the recaps.
Yeah, you're like, just get on with it already. We already know what's going on.
Well, I already know what's going on because I'm watching week to week. I saw it develop. But when I stopped watching it all the time and now I just watch the big four, now I appreciate them more because like I don't know what's going on. How did we get here?
Well, Money in the Bank on next Saturday is looking very interesting. I'm really excited for that.
Thank you for reminding me because I didn't know when that was.
Wow, we just killed that squid like nothing.
Destroyed.
All right, right or left?
Let me. That? This is labeled backwards. That's bad. Oh boy.
I'm just gonna start heading this way because...
Yeah, I know where you are, but now it's like that wasn't where that was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to spit you out there. Because that's only going to lead you to treasure.
Treasure's good.
Yeah, arrows and explosives. Everything in this dungeon is arrows, explosives, and a few heal potions.
No, we get a sword here. Oh, here's the eyeballs. These guys are weak to bombs.
The sword is on the top floor. Or the bottom floor, rather. We are trying to get to the magic mirror. We don't have the exit spell yet, do we?
No, we don't. Is the exit spell here?
No.
Aww. I love the exit
Because
spell.
I was gonna say, like, we could just like cut and run and get out of here and go back to the entrance and get to the magic mirror.
That would be a bad idea though, because then all the enemies would respawn. It's a lot faster if we just walk back.
Yeah, it would be a lot faster to start from the entrance too, but I hear what you are saying.
Because you don't need to overly grind in this game.
Nah. Okay. Wait, there's nothing up that path.
Okay.
Yeah, you already. I'm mostly looking at the book and not watching the screen, unfortunately. You already went up a small, narrow passageway and got some arrows and explosives.
I think I got arrows.
We'll walk back past it. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, there's nothing here. There's a random enemy hanging out, guarding absolutely nothing.
Okay, you went inside there already?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's arrows and explosives in here. Destroyed.
So last time I tried to do this recording like this, I forgot to plug in the laptop. And that was a mistake.
You mentioned that the other day.
You'd be surprised how fast your laptops go through batteries.
Like, you're... How are you recording and streaming from two different devices? This is not something I understand.
Okay, so so there's nothing in this area.
Yeah, you're just backtrack.
So I have my PlayStations and everything hooked into a switch, which goes into my PC for my capture card.
Right.
So what I do is I have my laptop here, and I have an HDMI switch, an HDMI cord going into my switch, going into my laptop. So basically, my laptop is simulating what I would do for my PlayStation.
Oh.
And now I'm recording on my PC.
Okay.
So that way, the amount of resources needed on my PC is minimalized, so there's no issues.
Yeah, back around this way.
Now, the only problem with this is if I can't play a game with a controller, this isn't going to work. Because if I have to use the keyboard, it's going to be really hard to play on my laptop while streaming.
Go down. And follow that bottom left path.
That's part of the reason why at the beginning, you know, when I was trying to configure the controller, I said I really need to get this controller working. And the reason is because, you know, I can have my laptop on the floor over here, playing the game, and I can be looking at my computer, you know, with the controller.
The other way. Sorry.
Ah, so close, tappers. So, this way?
Yeah, down. And you'll run into a couple more boxes. And then we're gonna go to all the way to the right. Up. And then all the way to the right again.
Left is always right, people. Come on.
Well, this time right is right.
Stupid game developers.
Oh, no there.
Alright, let's see.
No,
Up here?
No, down. You're gonna go to the right.
I was about to say there's nothing up there.
Yeah. Follow this path. And go all the way to the right.
Alright.
And then go straight up from there.
I like how you stop mid-jump when there's an invisible enemy in front of you. Oh my god, I just realized Phoebe only has 30 HP.
Ooh. And down.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay, we learned from our mistakes.
Thankfully, they come back with 1 HP. Which is important because there's no way to cast life, give life unless you have a life spot, I believe.
And that's your mirror.
Really? The mirror's right here?
Yes, that's why I was talking about going back to the entrance.
You see, when I first played this game, or when I played this game last, I don't remember. But I remember going to the very end of the dungeon and never getting the mirror.
Oh.
So I completely missed this. Now, you can beat the dungeon without the mirror. It's just annoying because it's good to know where things are.
John! You did it.
Alright, so now where is... Do we just go to the left here?
You can go back up that way and get some explosives.
Which way? This way?
Straight up, yeah.
Yay, we can now see the enemies.
Okay, so now we want to make progress.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we just go to the left where we were, right?
More or less going back that way, yeah.
I thought that was a dead end now.
I don't know, like, this doesn't show, like, switches and stuff, so... Like, I could try to comprehend the Japanese guide, see if that is guided us a little better. Yeah, nothing that way.
Okay, there's...
You could take that path,
We could take this path. We haven't been this way before. And I believe the other way to the left, like it says, is a dead end.
Let me...
I love how people all over the world right now are playing Final Fantasy 16, and I'm here chilling with you with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
It's real gamers, dog. Real gamers. Like, I would love to play 16, but, like, it's just not high on the priority list. Like, okay, 16, cool. I'll be happy watching a Let's Play of it.
Aw, Moosey lost, I'm sorry. I really want to play 16, but my problem is I'm currently very addicted to Diablo. So that's a problem.
Yeah, like in my case, like I don't want to like settle into too many more games. Up and to the right, there's a heal potion box.
You are correct.
Oh, I wonder if you can poke that statue or not.
Oh, we got the Sphinxes for the first time.
Nice.
These things are ugly when they get damaged. Look at that. Look at that face.
She mad, bro.
I know.
Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. I just slapped my microphone.
In Diablo 4, I just cleared the Capstone 4 dungeon. Wait.
Yeah, there's nothing else here. It was just for the potions. Alright, so yeah, at least we got most of the paths already cleared, having to deal with everything invisible.
So I just got the Capstone 4 dungeon cleared. It's supposed to do it at level 70. I did at level 65. I feel very good about that. Nice. Then I ran a level 76 dungeon and cleared it, although it was very difficult.
Down and to the right.
But I did it, and I felt very accomplished.
Go through there. And we're gonna see if there's anything in this. This I might lead you to a dead end. I am unsure.
We will get there.
Yeah.
That's probably why I'm using balls, because these things can sleep. So in cases like that, it pays off. And then I accidentally use it after battle, because I'm an idiot.
So.
These snake ladies seem to be either guarding something or just standing at the end of a corridor for no reason at all. Stop with the sleep!
How do we get there?
Oh my gosh, stop missing, please! Kinda glad I got all those extra arrows. I'm already down to 43, believe it or not.
Not that. Oh, there's passages. Hello. Okay, I see where you are. Alright. So there are so those passages don't show on my book. I just have screenshots.
But the thing is,
so we need to then
nowhere else to go.
Right. That's what I'm trying to.
I told you guys this place was amazing. Have we been up? Like all the way up here?
There's nothing on that side, but there's a door the other way.
Okay, I don't think we've been this way.
No. There might be. You know what? There looks like there's a switch there, but I don't know what it's going to open up.
Where, on the bottom right?
No, through this door.
Okay.
I don't care what time it is. I will get you through this dungeon at minimum.
Birdie.
Oh, treasure.
There may be more to the right.
But you know what? This treasure doesn't show up on the on my American guide because that is just like barely off screen. Let me switch back to Moonspeak.
Would it help if we did our next stream a little bit earlier?
Oh, I usually shoot for my bedtime being about like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. More arrows, nice. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we start at like an hour or two earlier.
Probably. I could get in more time with you.
All right.
Like, I don't want, you don't have to stop when I leave. I don't want to cut you off like that.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's fine.
What? Hey.
I think we've been this way.
So, yeah, let's go through there. Then, yeah, we've been through here, but I don't think we went all the way through. I think I might have cut you off.
Let's double check.
Yeah.
Yep, this is good. Oh, we didn't go right. That's what happened. I went all the way to the left, but I didn't go to the right.
There's arrows over there, but there's also a switch, so that might be the move. Yeah, I think that's the move.
That's amore. I love this fight of the eyeballs, by the way. They look so freaky, but they're so funny.
Shit.
Oh wow, that did a lot of damage.
Okay, yeah, that should get us some progress.
That blizzard spell did 300 plus damage to Phoebe.
That's rude.
No, it's just a normal bird for crying out loud.
Oh, this has the save anywhere system. Let's go.
Yes, it does. You see, I mean, look at that sprite. It looks so adorable. And
It
and
is.
the crab with the claws.
Do you know Monster Rancher?
I know of it, but I haven't really dealt
No,
with it.
well, there was. I remember the anime more than I do the game, but there's the map sprite looks like a creature called a Suezo, which is like if a comma or an apostrophe were an eyeball, it's like an eyeball with like a slimy tail, and he just like hops around on it, and he's like more of a mascot than a monster.
Aww. Oh, nice crit.
Let me see if I can't drop one into like general or something. Yeah,
His
that's
eyes look so cool.
Here we go.
Okay, poke the statue?
Oh yeah, pop
Ah!
it. Heck yeah, let's go.
So that random door was not so, that random hallway is not so random.
No, I mean, like I said, the unfortunate part is my book does not show hidden passages. So let's drop this into general, and that's a Suezo. We've been through this part though,
Aw,
so
that's
it's
adorable.
going back. We need to head back a floor.
That's adorable.
Oh wait, no, we do go this way. Yeah. No, I was wrong. Go ahead, proceed. And then up through there. And that puts us here. But I don't
Probably
know how
wanna
to
hit
go
that
through there.
statue.
Yeah, that's...
Because that statue probably unlocks that chest. It's amazing how that blizzard hits for like 56, but when the other enemies do it, it hits for like 380. Oh, there's like an army of them in there. All just hanging out.
And a bunch of treasure chests.
Oh, well. Am I going the right way?
Yes. I'm just trying to like parse my screenshots to, you know, actual game and create a plan of some sort. I'm glad that that's confusion and not death.
Yeah, I know. Instant death sucks. Connor, I don't think you're supposed to put a comma there. I think it's just 8-ball and then oh. I almost fell off the ledge here.
Oh,
I do think there's spots that you're supposed to fall off.
Yes, so to the left are 2 boxes with more explosives. And to the right is progress question mark.
Because I remember there's areas you're supposed to fall down, right?
Yes.
Especially to get back
There's
into that.
A cracked tile in the middle of this room. Which
Are
I
you
think
supposed to fall anywhere else?
Not that I can... That's what I'm gonna look into. Jump from the 5th floor to reach the 4th. From the 4th floor, you can see a room with a treasure chest in it, but no statues open the room. To get to this room, proceed to the 4th floor, and you'll be able to jump down into the 4th floor.
It's like if I just randomly fall off here.
Yeah! Let's go! We did it! And then there's a switch on the left side of this room to get back out and then loop back around.
I don't know if I could play Dwarf Fortress. Like, even with the new Dwarf Fortress, that game is just confusing as heck.
Yeah, that is too much high powers.
Dwarf Fortress is one of those games that I never could... Oh, what? Noble Armor. Let's see what that does. Hold on. I totally forgot this was in here. So resistance to, I'm assuming, poison and water, which is very helpful considering these guys cast blizzard spells.
Noble armor. Oh,
go ahead.
Powerful magic armor that resists poison attacks. The technique of its manufacture is long forgotten. There are few of these kinds of relics left in existence. And it does look a bit like on the like between techno and samurai armor.
So like, I mean, even in games such as, I haven't played it, but I know of it, but a game like Grimworld, I don't know if I could do Grimworld. And those type of games are a little bit too complicated for me, I guess. I mean, I played this game called Apocalypse Judgment Survivor Simulator. And that already is a little bit complicated for me, so I just don't know. I never heard of Caves of Cud. Cataclysm DDA, it sounds familiar, but I can't place it. What is Caves of Cud? Or Kud? Or Quad? Or...
I think it's pronounced Cud.
Caves of Cud, okay.
But I heard about it earlier today in a video, and I still don't know what it is, but it is some manner of weirdo roguelike.
So which one's the adventure game? Cataclysm DDA?
Could be.
Dark Days Ahead.
Zappa is strong against silence.
Must be our new armor. Just gotta clear through these guys. So what day is good for you over the next couple days, Zappa?
I know I regularly have Tuesdays and Wednesdays completely free. I wasted my morning today trying to set up new audio stuff, so I didn't get to record anything. It's fine. I'm here. I'm happy. This is fine. But I get home usually about 9:30, 10 in the morning, which it is going on 3 o'clock here, so, you know, adjust time zones accordingly.
You're Central?
Yes.
I'm Central. You must work, you must have a... I thought you were overseas with how you stream, but I guess you just work really early. Ow, that hurt.
I work overnights, yeah.
So what day would be good for you? Like if we were to do a 10 o'clock.
I can go longer on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
So 10 o'clock Tuesday, would that work with you?
Sure, I'm down.
Awesome.
We'll
Now
call it a play date.
Now I think I gotta loop back around, right?
Yeah. And then don't jump off of any edges.
And then go to the middle where you had to bomb the floor.
Only if you don't want to get more potions and arrows. And explosives.
Kind of hesitant.
Right. That top box is explosives. And then all the way to the right are some cure potions and some more arrows? Question mark?
And when we do Parasite Eve, it will be I'm currently on vacation at the moment. So I could easily record earlier in the day.
Yeah.
So when we get to that one, it should be okay.
Right. And like, are you already done recording Valkyrie Profile? Or are we still working on that?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
It's gonna
Are you
be
gonna
another.
go for the super? You gonna go for the super dungeon at the end?
Yeah, I did it for the first game.
Okay. Then I've got plenty of time. I'm just like looking at my recording schedule, or you know where I want to be. But hey, I'm feeling good about, you know, new audio stuff. So it was called. Yeah, good skip.
Just gotta be very careful jumping back the other way.
I didn't even think about jumping across there.
Because if you jump back the other way, you're gonna... You can't pivot in this game.
Are you sure? Have we tried holding the L or R buttons in a safe location that won't destroy us?
No, I haven't, but that's not the location we're in at the moment.
No, not here.
I guess I could hear.
Okay, L and R.
Yeah, you
Holding
can't.
none of the face buttons.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay. You know, it never hurts to experiment. So...
You gotta bomb this, right?
I believe
Because you can't
so.
go up there yet.
Break the ice with the jumbo bomb. Got the
Yeah,
noble
you can't
armor,
go
go to the 5th floor, detonate a jumbo on the thin ice in the middle floor, jump through the resulting hole. As you land, keep jumping off into the void you see below, find the hidden switch on the 1st floor, and get down to B1. Into the void. Into the void. Into the void. Okay, we're safe.
Which one?
Yes. Well...
Do they all do the same?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, hi, hello.
This is a nice place to land. Yeah, this is fine.
Well, if we go down, we get a night sword, so.
Caves of Cud. It's a. No. Fire away, Connor. I'm listening to you, man. You know, I've been blinded a few times in this game, and it seems to me that I miss just as much even when I'm not blinded. It's like the effect just doesn't work.
That is probable. I know a few games coming up in your future where blind doesn't mean anything other than a cool pair of shades. Where numbers don't work, unless you play the Pixel Remaster. I think all the numbers work.
Well, what's interesting is when I'm playing Valkyrie Profile 2, I'll have archers which never use spells, and yet they'll get blinded, and I have to cure their blind. I mean, they'll get silenced, but I have to cure their silence because the fact they have a status element on them annoys me. I don't know why that is.
I mean, if it's not going to stop them from attacking, I would just let that rock until you get out of the battle.
Yeah, no, it just annoys me.
I hear you. I wouldn't leave it for like beyond the fight, but it's like, well, it doesn't stop them from attacking. Did you pick up your free sword?
I'm kind of stuck in this. Oh, right. Thank you.
There you go. Upgrade.
The Night Sword. You want to read about that one?
Well, you want me to read about the Night Sword or the Magic Mirror?
Both.
The Magic Mirror. Created by a great magician, it is said that this mirror allows you to see the true nature of things, even if a creature makes itself invisible. And then we have the Knigget sword?
The Knit.
Oh, the Knit sword, I'm sorry. It must be,
yeah.
it must be Greek, I don't know. A powerful battle sword made from a legendary knight who used it to defeat a particularly evil foe. Attack strength increases dramatically, but since it's heavy, only few may wield it.
I thought it increases your speed too. Like when you had the sword equipped, you go faster.
I mean, compared to the axe, I would imagine.
Because I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Like
So,
from what I've seen of randos. And like if you use spells, using the claw is better because the claw enhances magic or something.
that is also probable. What I have learned in my time of collecting various language strategy guides is that the Japanese guides seem to be a lot more in-depth than the American ones. Kind of like they were written under an incredible time limit. You know, kind of like the way I think, as the story goes, they had 2 months to translate Final Fantasy VII.
2 months to translate Final Fantasy VII?
That is the translation time, or the localization time.
What?
I know, isn't that whack?
That's a lot of late hours.
Mm-hmm. For one guy.
Wait, one guy did it?
Yeah.
Man, that's
Square
insane.
did not have a efficient translation or localization team until Ted Woolsey got fed up. Let's see. The Japanese guide says, Yusha no Tsurugi, the hero sword. A thunder sword had been used by a legendary hero long ago. A clear green stone is embedded in it. There's also a legend that the stone guided the hero. Doesn't say anything about increasing speed.
By the way, is it kind of weird that Phoebe and Zappa have the same HP and yet Zappa is 2 levels higher?
I blame that on stats. Yeah, you're. I don't think you can do anything with those. I think that's just shenanigans. You just wasted 2 bombs. Don't waste the 3rd one. There's nothing. Symmetry. I hear you. I hear you. Symmetry. I understand.
Do we fight this guy first, or do we go up this cave?
You can't get to that guy. He's on a part of a different path. But you have to go through that sword to get there.
Gotcha. Oh, I just realized that. Yeah, the last dungeon has that annoying elevator thing. Totally forgot about that. Partially pre-built, partially generated roguelike RPG set in a setting of sci-fi and fantasy and sci-fi. This is really interesting. Cave of Cud.
So, what I'm seeing here, according to Japanese guides, is swords are just swords. Axes are just axes, but you know, so there are some enemies that are specifically weak to one or the other. Claws will do more and more status effects as you get higher levels of claw.
That I do know.
And then bombs are, you know, hit everybody. But it doesn't say anything about, you know, having higher stats between one or the other. I think all that's more tied into your equipment.
It's called the Cave of QUD?
Yes, QUD.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to our adventure here. Cave of Code. Connor Hall. I need to update my spreadsheet. Because I don't have Torrance Passage on Adventure like I should. Alright, spreadsheet is kind of updated. Anyway, we'll worry about it later. Gotta get through this dungeon.
Yeah. I will see you through to the end.
This dungeon that doesn't want to end.
This is a dungeon that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Yeah, that's as far as I'm going with that one.
You see, blind doesn't seem to do anything. Like, I seem to miss just as many times as when I'm not blinded as when I am.
Maybe blind doesn't, like... Maybe it's only a minuscule amount of,
Oh, that's dumb. There's
Isn't
two
it?
boxes, but in order to get them, you gotta go all the way back around to get them.
Well, you could probably catch them on the way out. It is just more arrows. Literally more arrows.
So why was this guy on the lower floor?
Yes.
Alright, so here's boss time. Right, I don't fall off a ledge.
Do you have fire magic yet?
Yes.
Do it. Do a lot of it.
Oh yeah, it's nice, dude.
Yes.
You think you're a knight? Huh? Take this.
Weakness, Homo. Ice Golem. Made up of tons of living ice. The Ice Golem glows with an evil vitality. He has absorbed power from the crystal of water and has grown quite strong. He throws blocks of ice at his enemies, puts them to sleep, and drains their energy. Since he's made of ice, he's weak to fire.
He hits really hard.
Yeah, he hits like a truck. Oh no! It has 6,500 HP, so...
Jeez.
What, like 13 of those? 12 of those? Oh, he threw ice at you. It's time for Kickle Cubicle.
That did 148 damage, and I'm strong against ice. I like how he's melting. It's great. Wow, that one hurt. Baby, don't die. I don't have the life spell. Again, using his sword for the speed. I know that's a thing.
Yeah, well...
Oh my god, and he healed himself.
It very much could be. I didn't see anything about it in the books, but that doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah,
again, these are probably...
incredible. Oh my god, that's bad.
I know. Thank you very much, sir.
Alright, we are strong at... Oh my god, that hurt. And he's back up.
Heal up. Alright.
Ow!
Okay, let's not turn this into a loop now.
Bro!
Okay, that's not so bad. You can afford a
That is
fire.
bad because he can heals himself.
Oh, I just went as far as damaging you. Like, I know he's healing himself, but I'm watching the damage he's outputting, not taking in.
Oh god!
If he keeps doing... Bruh. Did you run out of heals?
Try again!
Reset the clock.
The problem is he killed Phoebe.
Mm-hmm.
That's what killed me.
Yeah.
This is life without the life spell. I mean, until you get the life spell, you're kind of at a major disadvantage here.
Yeah, that was
And he got turn order, even though normally he doesn't. That time he did.
respecting, the rules of language. That was a heck loop, as I like to call those.
Yeah, that's about right. This is why randomizers are fun to watch, because you watch someone go up against a boss and they got bad RNG and you're just like, ah!
Yeah, it's almost like the most common real life heck loop. You need a car to get a better job. You need a better job to get a car.
Oh my god! Zappa! You beast!
Ooh. Defeating this ice golem filled me with determination.
Yes, exactly.
And let's see, it's time for a nap. At least he doesn't heal extra when it's hitting everybody with that snow trash.
Oh! You got turn order again! So that's so annoying because there's nothing I can do to stop that. If he does snowstorm on back-to-back turns, Phoebe dies. See, now I get turn order. And I can't out-damage him fast enough.
You're out of fire.
All he needs to do is blaze it one more time and I'm dead. Oh my god! Okay.
And you fought everything too, so...
Again, those people who say Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is easy mode, I resent to this nonsense, alright? Just saying. This game isn't easy mode.
So, what if...
I'm trying, Mr. Penguin. I'm trying.
What if we just stick one person on healing and the other on fire until one of them runs out of fire and then switch? That way,
Well, but the
we're
problem
always
is
healing.
when he starts snowstorming, what'll happen, and this happened twice in a row, Zappa will attack, so we'll both attack, right? And then he snowstorms. And then I go to cure, but he snowstorms before he moves.
No,
so
that's what I'm
back-to-back snowstorms. There's no chance I could heal in between that.
That's what I'm saying, like, no matter what, just always have one person heal every turn and one person fire every turn.
But you missed what I said. Okay, so Zappa attacks, Phoebe attacks, and then he snowstorms.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, is like, instead of having both people attack, have one always healing.
But you missed it. Zappa attacks, Phoebe attacks, he snowstorms at the end of the round. So
and
I go to cure at
the top. Okay,
and then he snowstorms at the top of the round.
That's the part that didn't click.
Yeah. Never used snowstorm back-to-back ever. He's used it non-stop. Yeah, I need to get lucky. Oh my god, Zappa. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to cure here. Okay, that time I got the cure off. What seems to happen is these snowstorms before I can get the cure, and her HP total is just so perfectly horrible that she can't survive back-to-back snowstorms. You see? Like, you see what I mean?
That's trash, and there's not like a defense option or anything. Oh, there is a defense option. I wonder if that would reduce magic damage.
But as you can see, now...
Yeah.
And there's just nothing I can do, because when he back-to-back snowstorms like this, there's no way for me to fight against him. Like, if you were to do that more often, I could win. And here we have the back-to-backs.
Right.
See, if you would ice block more often, it wouldn't be a big deal, but... I mean, he just got stuck in this, like, loop. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, it didn't matter. I would have died anyway. Again, for those who say Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is easy mode, I present this.
And this is with two brains thinking of strategies too.
And we're exploiting his weakness the best we can.
Right.
Although I think what I need to do is wait on the fire spells until later in the fight. Because I keep running out of them. It doesn't matter if there's revival items, tappers. Because let's say I revive her. She gets revived with like 100 HP. You snowstorm, she instantly dies. It doesn't matter.
Or that.
And again, I was trying to cure her. I was trying to cure her. And I couldn't. Alright, I don't know. What are we on? Take 4? Take 5?
5 something.
Take 117?
And you fought like every fight up to this point, so it's like,
I'm a level
what else
17.
can you do except leave and walk back in?
Baby's a
Reset
level 15.
every fight. And that doesn't change.
I mean, the way this game works is your characters are like supposed to be you know, once you get to level 15, you know, that's when you're supposed to be able to get a new character.
Alright, I'm engaging the game facts.
That ice block is just wrecking Phoebe. Because Phoebe is a huge liability in this fight.
One more. That's lazy.
Oh, almost had another game over there. And again, if I had the light spell, I could manage this, I think. But I don't have the light spell yet. Alright, come on, come on. Okay, good crit.
Ooh,
That was clutch.
Okay, so... Okay. Alright.
See, here is just where I need dumb luck. I need to go faster than him. Okay, I went faster than him that time.
So... It seems like Zappa goes first almost every time.
Except when he doesn't, and that's when I
Right.
lose.
So I would say just have him stick on healing and have her stick on fire.
That's what I'm trying to, but the last few times I got just bad luck.
Right, but we're getting somewhere now. We're making a progress.
Yeah!
The auto.
Alright! Ooh, stubborn flightless bird.
No, stubborn ice golem.
We're both stubborn.
Oh, I would have kept slamming my head into the wall too.
Yes, oh my god. The crystal. I'll go back to quiet and see if the ice melted. Don't forget to see Grandpa.
Right. Bye.
Don't forget this. That'll be a bad thing to forget.
The river coin. The key to one of the 4 sealed doors of Focus Tower. Energized by the crystal of water, the river coin is ready to unlock the next pathway and open the next adventure.
No, Phoebe does have the light spell. That's not the problem.
The problem is that
Phoebe keeps dying.
and Zappa doesn't have the life spell.
Exactly.
See, I'm an offensive fighter, not a defensive fighter. So I am not inclined to have the life spell.
Oh my god. Oh, right.
I gotta loop all the way around and do a regular walkout.
I didn't want to make sure I want to make sure I saved. Yeah, it was just, oh, that was a mess. That was an absolute mess. Who wants to bet that's gonna be the toughest fight in the game?
I mean, probably, unless it's the final boss if you don't want to underflow him.
That's true.
But that would be kind of cheesing it.
Yeah, I don't like to do that.
Yeah, when I grew up, I didn't know about no underflow glitch, so I fought him legit.
I didn't know about the underflow glitch either. It wasn't until I watched randomizers that I learned about it. Which is funny because they made the randomizer to fix that issue. And then this guy accidentally had it happen because apparently when the enemy counters with a specific move, it causes the boss to die instantly. It was weird. look how nice everything looks.
Yo, we have green.
We have more battlefields that unlocked.
All right.
I think I'll probably do those when you leave. You know, and just
Sure.
get to the next town. And then we can pick up in Firebird.
Alrighty, with that, I bid you and your wonderful, glorious YouTube community adieu and good night.
Hey, have a great night, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, I'll just go around and finish this up. Oh, look, the grass thing has disappeared. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect, so my FlightlessBird's gonna go away. Aquaria looks best at the top of Focus Tower. Can you move out of the way, please? I see you're happy with the steel ham. I am. Found some refreshers. Is this a portal? Yeah, we don't have that crest yet. We're supposed to meet Kaylee here somewhere, right? Can you move, please? Thank you. Gotta try to figure out where she is. Look how nice this place looks. Amazing. Beeb's house. Here we go. Thanks. Have you met Grandpa? He's in the tunnel under this house. Okay, how do I get under the house? Oh, right. I remember. Or at least I think I remember. Maybe? Well, you gotta go through the water. And then go through here? Yep, entrance and lake. Good call, Mr. Penguin. Jump down this way. And by the way, make sure you go check out Zappa. Go give him a follow on Twitch or subscribe to his YouTube. He's really, really awesome. Good friend. And we'll be seeing more of Zappa. Hope you enjoyed his company. Just check the description box below the video to get the links. Here, portions. Oh, I didn't need that, but you never know what it's gonna be. Although they are in consumable boxes, so you know they're not that big of a deal. The ice is melted. How did it happen? Phoebe and I restored the crystal of water's light. Then near the night of the prophecy, the shield has found its owner. The shield used by night and days gone by. Captain Mac found it. Captain Mac, I've heard that name before. For years, Mac's been studying a prophecy on his way back with his research. The lake dried up and his ship ended up on a rock ledge. But that's no problem. If we dig from here, we'll be able to reach his ship. Anyway, here's the key. The shield is hidden in Toka's tower. By the way, Firebird's been having some strong earthquakes lately. There's an underground river here. We will have to dig carefully because the ground is thin. How much do I plan on streaming for? Normally I like to go about 4 hours, and with Zappa gone, I don't want to progress the story too much anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out the, actually I can't clear out the other battlefields yet. I'm going to make my way to Firebird. And at Firebird, we're going to get a new character, and I think I'll stop before we get the new character. So maybe another 10 minutes or so, I'd imagine. I was going to clear out the battlefields, but I don't want to advance the story without our buddy here. And it looks like we are going to be streaming on Tuesday at 10 AM. An early start due to Zappa's time frame. And if you can't make it, don't worry, it's no big deal. Alright, Aquaria. You can see Captain Max ships down there. Wintry Temple, what is this? Oh, this is another... Looks like we need a seal for this place. Okay, nothing up that way. So we're entering Focus Tower from a different direction now. Chest back here, and this is the Venus Shield. Some awful news made Captain Mac race from his home. Anyway, stick moving in Fireberg. Say, what's the statue for? Huh? 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 So the statue is for... It's for this. So like hop over this. Blizzard, hey! Well, you put it here, and I don't think it disappears when you zone. So basically what you can do is you can leave here. And then go back through the other way. And now that we've gone through the other way, we have that stepping stone now. I think so, like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while. And of course I instantly exit because I don't know controls. Oh, whoa, hold on. You gotta go this way. Not yet. Stop, FlightlessBird! Apparently I'm horrible at controlling characters. Get the free explosives. It opened because now we have the coin. And here... And the reason the game does that is because the game wants you to get the, to talk to the guy and get the shield first. So if you come here without putting that statue there, you're not going to be able to proceed on the game. So like I said, it makes you go back for it. I love the music. Music is great. Music is top notch in this game. And this place is annoying because every single step you take, got the hiccups down. Every step you take is surrounded by earthquakes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and save here. And like I said, I don't want to get Ruben yet because I wanna get Zappa back with us. But like I said, we'll be streaming on Tuesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. It's a little bit earlier, I know. Like I said, if you can't be here, it's okay. Don't worry. You're not gonna be angry or anything. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here. Once again, thank you, Zappa, for coming out. And once again, don't forget to check the description box to check out his channels. He does a lot of retro stuff, and he's really, really cool. Mr. Penguin, thank you for being here. Tapper's, thank you for being here. Connor Hall, thank you for being here. Paco, thank you for being here. Moose Gaming, Lunas, Fargo, Duck Lord Zelvic, Entra, Fracture Gaming, Moose Gaming. Thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. And join us next time as we continue our Let's Play Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest for the SNES. And until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastically, amazingly awesome day. I will catch you very soon. And until then, so long and take care.